This is the Above Average Podcast, and you are listening because you want an above average life. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Above Average Podcast, the podcast where we talk to above average people about their above average lives. Now, before I get to my introduction of my guest today, I just want to say this is our 50th episode, so thank you very much for everyone that's supported it so far. I'm excited to do 150 more as well. So today's guest is a 6 foot something, jacked, handsome, and is somehow, despite all those unfortunate attributes, a model. He's also father of two, a former inmate, and someone who went from wild teenager to walking testimony that men really can evolve and change the direction of their life. We're going to get into prison stories, modeling, gigs, dad life, and what it actually means to be a man in 2025. So I'm honoured to welcome, for our 50th episode, Mr. Axel Tucker to the show. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, man. I think, we spoke after we had Nicola's podcast on. You're a big friend of hers. Like, how did you meet Nicola?
So I met Nicola when I was about 16. Bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah.
So was Nicola. You'll see Nicola's transformation.
Oh, yeah.
But it was at the Copper Beach. I always knew who she was because she was one of them party girls who used to go out. And I was one of them young dickheads who just tried to fit in, tried to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Never really wanted to, but just did.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew Nicola anyway. But she was always quirky, funny, hilarious. But we're in business now together.
Yeah.
But we reflect back on when we first met and the people around us, and how they've went through on their own separate journey. I remember the lad who was with us when we first met, Ben, how he had to leave the town just to sort himself out, and now he's just living a mint life. He's a young strapping lad, but I think drugs, not for me, but got hold of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad had a good job for him, so he just fucked off. And it's nice to reflect and see how far we've come anyway.
Oh, absolutely. And
definitely for me.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to let everyone know about your story, because obviously that was one of the things that we wanted to talk about today. Was you were really keen to sort of tell your story and let people hear it. So I wanted to be able to tell that for you. So let's start at the beginning. So what were you like as a kid? So before the rigs that you work on, before modelling, before prison, what was the Axel running around? What was he like?
So Mum says, right, and I remember this, right, because I had a kitten called Simba, right?
Nice.
I used to cuddle up with him and sit with him. I was quite an ill baby, so when I got my injections as a kid, I used to have like these convulsion fits, but every month. And I was in hospital a lot. It kind of delayed my growth and stuff. Like I had puberty later than everyone else. Little brother had pubes before me. Do you know what I mean? It was mad.
Yeah.
But so my mum said I was just like a very polite child. Like everyone loved me, and I remember my babysitter Phil. He's in my life still now. He's cool as fuck. My mum said I was good until my dad started taking me out. She went, I had big long curly hair like my son used to have, and then once he cut my hair, she went, I come back, I spat on the floor, and she was like, "Whoops, the fuck have you done?"
Yeah.
I was cheeky but charming. I remember a lot. Like I've got this weird memory. Like I think I'm just like 2 and a bit years older than my little brother, but I remember him coming in the door in a Moses basket. I remember what Tremaine said, my older brother. Look at his little fingernails. So I've got this intricate memory. I've got so many memories. I remember a lot. So people phone me to, like one of my friends, Sam Duffy, he's got the worst memory. So intelligent, nice lad, I've known him for years. But he'll phone me to say, do you remember this? And I'm like, yeah, what happened? So I'll tell him, like, fucking, yeah, right, sweet.
You just eat a jog memory.
Yeah, just normal. But, so yeah, I remember a lot. I remember being a bit soft and just wanting a bit of nurturing and stuff, just a bit of cuddling. But it was different where I was brought up. I was brought up on the moor. First moor, it's like quite a rough estate. And then at like 10-year-old, 2007. So we jumped right across town, and it was like in a nicer area. But then it was like, fucking hell, these little scrotty knobheads.
You've kind of brought that with you, yeah.
We were just like, like our neighbour hated us. Like, I think we caused a few people to move out. But we were just kicking balls at garages and shit, do you know what I mean? And there was me, Tremaine and Troy. One was born in 1990, one was born in 1991, one was born in 1993. Then my little brother, 97. Alongside that, I have another 6 siblings. Do you know what I mean? Six sisters.
Big family,
and another brother. 7 siblings. Shit maths.
It's all right. As long as you remember them at Christmas.
There's 11 of them, so wait, that's even bad. That's even worse maths. Another brother, and 6 sisters. So, I've got a massive family. They're all dotted about. I had a different upbringing to most, because like I've got a sister who's like 6 months older than me. But at the same time, I speak to the most of them every day.
Yeah.
Some of my friends are like, oh, I've not spoken to my brother in like 6 months. I'm like,
I don't get that either. I've got a younger brother who's 8 years younger than me, and I'm just like, I can't imagine not just even just texting him something to bully him a little bit. You know, like I can't imagine not doing that.
Yeah, that's my older brother. He sends some mad shit like that.
Yeah.
I won't mention it.
If the reels that I sent my brother got out, like we would be sectioned for sure.
Oh, listen. So all I get is racist stuff. I'm like my brothers, and my friends anyway. My Caucasian friends, my dad, Charlie Butlin. So that's all he said.
Shout out, bro.
Charlie Butlin. It's just a reel of nothing but racism. But
it's the banter that you can have with them.
Yeah, there's a banter we grew up with. We're from the best generation, I believe, and not this soft generation where jokes hurt. It's fucking banter, do you know what I mean? But growing up, it was different. I feel like because I've got like this larger than life mind, and I've always had it. I've always had these mental thoughts. Like, this is gonna sound crazy. I remember playing a PlayStation 1 in my old house, which would have been 1999. Because I remember in that house we were only there for a year, and that was over a millennium. Mental memory. I remember sitting playing FIFA 99, and I remember thinking, could I be playing Nathan around the corner?
Okay, right.
Then it was like, do you know, like, I'm not saying I'm one of these fucking people to the future, but like, I had loads of things like this, which was quite bizarre to me, and it's just because I'm just very open-minded. I took it as. When we moved across town, I remember thinking at that age, I must have been 10, because I was in year 6, thinking, fucking hell, I've got no mates here. Then when I went to secondary school, had no mates there, but I was Axel, little black kid. There wasn't many black kids about, so I had all that energy pointed at me, and I feel like I chose my comfort, which was Firth Noah. So I acted the fucking fool.
Yeah. You went back to what you knew best. Yeah.
All my brothers, I don't think we were allowed in the same secondary school.
There's too much for them to handle. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like if there was a fight, obviously kids fight. It was like we were in a fight, not like he was in a fight.
Because you said to me on the phone when we spoke, you just were like, I was a complete wanker, like, and obviously you saying like it came from a place of like that was who you were comfortably. Is that kind of along the right lines? Yeah,
I feel like I was always in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like now I've been a model for like 15, 16 years, 14 years, lie that. You'd assume I was confident. It took me till I was 27 to realise who the fuck I was. I hated the way I looked. I hated my gappy teeth. Got me so much work. I hated my big lips. It wasn't say I hated. It was I didn't look at myself and beat myself up. But like now I can reflect back then. I wasn't comfortable in a lot of what I was. So it was like my comfort would be act how everyone else did. The popular kids. Got a pop 18 hours.
Pick it all you want. Flick it around the room. Don't worry about it, bro. It's fine.
Cut that out. Axel the cokehead.
We did some lines downstairs before.
But no, that's what it was. And I remember like. When I went to secondary school, it was like, right, Axel's here now. But I owned it like...
People look to you to be the class clown.
Yeah, like my cousin was in year 11, he was a posh kid, brought up with a lot of money from my auntie's side, and it was like different. We had one life, but we saw their life, and we see how they are. We all fucking... Anyway, I'm not... That sounds bad.
No, it's where you came from, you know what I mean? It makes sense.
Yeah, it's seeing what they had and what we had and then how... I'm very grateful for my upbringing. Like, it sounds like I'm slagging it, but like, I have the closest knit family. My dad's like a mum's and other mums, kids, my siblings. We are the fucking closest. Like, and I see how everyone's. A lot of people do have a lot of dysfunction, but this trauma does me in because the things I've seen as a kid. My brothers. If I was forced to change lives, it would be with one of my brothers. It wouldn't be none of this Leonardo DiCaprio because he's fucking depressed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like they're meant to be proud of, and I'm like, but you had trauma. I had trauma, and I think I'm a great man as well. So to stand up and say that, it's like I'm happy to say that. But like when I was growing up, I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel like Axel. All these people, but I could act like Axel. Do you know what I mean?
Almost like a caricature of like
an avatar,
who you could be. Yeah.
So it was chose a knobhead. It was easy. And I remember this kid called Chris used to come up every day, chubby kid, big smile on his face. You all right, Axel? I went, you fucking fat bastard. Do you know what I mean? What a dick.
Do you think that hurt his feelings though? Do you think that was like, or was that just the banter you guys had?
No, he wasn't. I tortured him. Like it was. He came every day and said that. And I just, shut up, fuck off. But I wouldn't let him in. But like now, if I met a guy like that, I'm like, fucking hell, how are you? So I'd talk to him, I'd have a conversation.
Yeah.
I know he's a mechanic now because I've reached out and spoke to him. I knew his dad was a mechanic at school because all he did was talk about cars and draw cars.
Yeah.
He was a bit... I wouldn't have ever been friends with him at school because I was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, you weren't cool, bro.
No, I was in a cool crowd.
Yeah.
I feel like I never ever felt like how... I remember a girl saying to me in year 7, she was like, you're going to be so good looking when you're older. Fucking go with me now and then.
Yeah, the girls all said that to me too. Relatable, yeah.
But I remember looking at pictures and I was like a cute looking kid, but I never really was a hit with the girls because I was a dick. I was so busy trying to impress everyone. And I feel like that's what they wanted because it was like, Axel this, Axel that. It wasn't. It was more later on when people were having house parties and Axel wasn't getting invited. It was like, oh. But I'm sound. When you've got a fucking heartbreak on MSN.
I remember that.
You remember MSN? How old are you?
27.
You don't remember MSN?
I do.
Yeah, I'm 29. Yeah, we remember MSN. I was nudging bitches that I want to get attention from. Yes.
I don't like to SVS. Sign in, sign out, sign in, sign out. Fucking wild that, man. I used to have about 5 birds' names.
There's people listening going, what the fuck's MSN?
Desperate as fuck that.
Yeah.
In your bio.
But you're a
my
young
top
teenager.
5.
Yeah. You were young.
Did you have Pixel?
Yes.
Where you made a little website?
Yeah.
Leave a comment in my guest book, bruh.
Oh my god, that's brought back a memory.
remember
No one's told me. No one spoke about that to me for years.
Pixel?
Damn. Yeah.
Claws, man, I searched it not long ago.
Yeah.
Just because I thought, I've got a load of pictures where I had little cornrows and that. But yeah, like I was a cute kid, but I wasn't like a hit with the girls because I was a dick. But because of my convulsion fits, I still had them up until I was 13. And I knew that had something to... That was when I got my injections as a child. So my son got his injections. Convulsion fits. Daughter's not got his injections. Fucking unit. She doesn't get
no
them.
convulsion fit, yeah.
No, she's... Her... If we're ill in the house, she's like the nurse because we're not poorly. Tremaine's kids, no injections. Don't shoot me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, listen, the FBI come for me. Listen, it's not scientifically backed, but...
Well, one of the things that I know obviously impacted a lot of who you became and whatnot was your relationship with your dad and who he was. So obviously we spoke, your dad was a little bit of a, say, controversial figure. How much can you go into the man you grew up with?
My dad was mental, man. So like anyone from Darlow, everyone from Darlow kind of knows the name Vic Tucker. And I grew up with like, you Vic Tuckers. And so it was like, if I was out on the streets, people would recognise it. But my dad didn't like it because... they'd recognise it.
It's a lot of attention, yeah.
It's the way it was man through his heart. Do you know what I mean? If they can't fight him, beat the shit out of some kids. I think my brothers got caught in a pub one time, my older brother, and some guys were going at him, and someone phoned my dad, and my dad turned up and just defended my son. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lit the pub up though, and like Dad was a very tough man, very hard man, very respected man, but it was a very racist town. Them men today speak highly of my dad, and my dad speaks highly of them. Obviously, I'm at one of them in jail, one of his like main rivals, kind of thing. He's no longer with us, and he was a dude. Him like Paul Kay was called, and my dad and him were just fighting every fucking week. Kev Morgan, like some big names, and they were just over them. Like they were just drinking. They were the football hooligan lads, and
yeah.
But my dad didn't like how they go on. Like, it was just a racist mentality. They weren't, I wouldn't say they're necessarily racist men where they'd fucking hate me, because I spent time with Paul Kay. And, yeah, so, like, it was just that time, that certain era of skinhead type bullshit.
Yeah.
And obviously my granddad came over on the Windrush generation. He was in the picture on one of the first gentlemen from Jamaica off the boat. So my dad being fucking born here, he's one of the first generation black men in a racist, like, do you know?
It's got to be a hard place to be, yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of reversed racism in Darlow, single line, like, in a bullshitty way. Just read it's not bullshit though. In a bullshitty way, because it's like violence is obviously found, like it's, but back then it was how you settled things.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I don't know. If people need a slap, I think you could fucking give them a slap, and it shouldn't be like, right, you're looking at this much in jail.
Well, it's like, you remember that video that went viral of Mike Tyson on the plane where the guy just was harassing him? Did you see that?
Yeah.
And he turned around and punched him, and everyone was like, fair play. Because
Fair play.
there's some people that, like, you open your mouth and you don't say the same things you would say on your keyboard, like warrior type thing. You don't say that to people in real life because you will get punched. Like, people forget this nowadays.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, I get so many people in my DMs.
What, calling you?
Like, so listen to this, right? So I have an Instagram and listen, I post reels, right? I don't even get that many fucking shares, many views.
Mm-hmm.
Got 42,000 followers, and honestly, I get about 8k views. So I posted it on my kids' Instagram, got 1.6 million views, right? And then I posted another one, and it got like 1 million views. So, but they're both like, so one of them, my son, right? He's got banter, right? He's been here before. He's so intelligent, but this is when he was about 2. And he could speak very early. I walked in his room. I said, "Good morning, stinky butt," because I used to wake up with him most mornings and had a little vlog. He's got his own little following.
Oh, that's cute as
It's
like.
fucking class, though. But like, he used to go because the light was on him. He'd be like, "Bye, bye, Shadow." So down, and everyone was like, "Fucking love it. Where's Shadow?" So I'd go back in and do the light. He was like, "Bye, Shadow." So got him used to his shadow and stuff like that. So, like, he's so intelligent, man. He's where the fuck was I going with it? What was I saying before? Oh yeah, the video. So
Yeah.
I walked in, like it's about 2, and I walked in and said, "Good morning, stinky butt," and he went, "Daddy, your Willie stinks of poo," right? That's the video, right? Fucking hilarious. I'll show you it.
Did he do the point too that you just do? Daddy,
Daddy, do you want to see it?
we'll get it afterwards.
yeah.
I'll put it on the thing. Yeah.
But fucking a lot of people messaging me. By the way, right? I bath with my kids. They're my fucking kids, right? I don't give a fuck. It's not weird. I had to say that to Cam because it pissed me off. People call me a nonce, right?
It's your own kids. Like,
But
if they were teenagers,
even
fair,
so,
but not like little
listen,
kids.
I
No.
had pajamas on and a dressing gown. No one could see me, so they've assumed I've just cut in his room fully bollock naked.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes I do. It's my fucking house. Like, fuck me. Like, like, what the hell? So what? Like,
I'm getting so many good parenting tips from this.
yeah, but like, it's your kids. I'm not teaching him that it's weird to be weird
Yeah.
around family. Like, my son's 6 and he kisses me on the lips in front of his friends. What? If he wants to come and kiss me on the lips, how am I going to say, listen, son, it's gay? That's all you fucking weirdos calling me a paedophile for fucking... Anyway, the next one is right. So my house is wild. My kids are wild. A bit like the mum, they're not like me. I'm very chill. So we're all dancing and I'm making them on. I'm like, and this is going to contradict what I've just fucking said. So we're all dancing. I've got the tunes blasting and I'm like, go Jags, go Jags. And then I've got the video on and I'm like, Myla. She loses it. She starts fucking, like a white person. No, sometimes
Like,
they can't really move,
Yeah.
but her body's
Well, like
saying,
mum
her
dancing.
mind's saying, do this, but she started freaking. Then she thought, fuck this. Bent over and started twerking, right? So I'm going, no! I started, get to your room, right? Video cuts off. Nonce, teaching your daughter to be a slut.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
But you imagine those people saying that to your face, though. There'd be
Oh,
a
no.
different turnaround.
So
yeah.
one of them, I said, listen, I said, he followed me on my account and started slagging me, started posting on my picture. I said, listen, mate, because he has only, did a little bit digging, found his Twitter. I said, listen, bro, I know where you're from, Doncaster, see Street, it's on Twitter. I said, I'll be fucking there every day. He was like, you can't threaten me. I said, no, I just want to talk. Why you calling me beautiful? Obviously covered what I said, but I was never ever intentionally going to go. But now this guy, he's having a bad time. He had a friend message me, please don't do that. I said, I never would. So, but tell him to stop giving me a bad time. I get that he's seen how many views his post got, and that's what you've seen.
Yeah.
You don't actually think I'm a paedophile. Look at my pictures.
You just want some likes on his comment.
I'm
That's
not
what it was.
joking, right? Look at my picture. Or look at my story. I feel like I'm approachable and I'm chill. I don't look like a dick.
No.
And if you see the stories of my kids, I'm very wholesome and I feel like I'm a good dad.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't think that. You'd see their Instagram, you see I take them everywhere, holidays. Jack's been to Wembley to watch fucking England. He's been, do you know what I mean?
You give him a good life, yeah.
Yeah, man, because I want him to thrive. I feel like my mindset is I want to give him everything I wanted as a kid. But if there's things that he wants as a kid and grows up, he'll give his kid that and more. So
Yeah.
that's my mindset with it. But anyway, yeah, these dickheads. So that was that was a little tangent.
Yeah, no. So I'm curious because obviously when we spoke on the phone, we talked a lot about masculinity and the modern man. So was masculinity something that was taught to you much as a kid, or was it something you had to go and figure out later on in life?
So it was different for me. Like I said, I'm a big thinker. So masculinity for me, like my dad's a beast, prominent figure, a hard man. So I think that, listen, that's why I work out. I want to look the part. I feel like people respect people who look the part. If I came in here, I wouldn't even be on here. I would be a model if I didn't look after myself. It's different for me being a model because like it's saw as like a feminine industry, but I'm like probably a very masculine figure. I feel like there's a few lads I like to shout out. Jamie James Yates, he's a legend. Chris Percival, Leon Scott, Brandon Myers, Elisa Yaya there, Jordan Adafe, Zakiye, just been on Love Island, yeah. They're very masculine figures, even though we're saw in a feminine industry. In case I forgot anyone, lads, Roberto, Ashley Kane's been for trauma. Very masculine figures who were doing bits in the feminine industry, but I tell you what it is, one of my friends was like, give me a bit of a shit time. Because I was insecure about it, me. Yeah. So I've always juggled the two, modelling and offshore. I'm a supervisor on the oil rigs. I worked my way through the ranks. I always knew level 3. Modelling wouldn't last forever because I'm going to be like grey soon. Like I think look, if I got a Morgan Freeman vibe going on, do you know
bro,
what I mean?
I'm younger than you and I look older than you. No, you don't got to worry about it. I found a grey hair on my beard the other day, man. I had to cut it out. But
yeah, I've not found one yet.
No, you haven't got a beard though. That's why
I can't grow one. I can't. I grow on like a little fucking kid, like a little bit of a wispy tash.
Tough, yeah.
Like a paedophile, like a pedo tash. If I grew a tash, I get what the people are saying, but I don't have a tash.
Yeah, I have a controversial take on the mustache as well as a side tangent. I don't think most men suit mustaches. I think the mullet and mustache look. Like, you either look like a paedophile or you look like a bodybuilder wrestler from the 80s. Like, there's no there's no middle ground. You either look like you shouldn't be near a school or you look like you should be in wrestling. Like,
you pull it off. Yes, you either look. It's either your thing or you're not. Yeah, like like Freddie Mercury. I don't think should have had a tash.
I don't know. I kind of like. I know what you mean though.
No,
like,
it's iconic.
Yeah.
Take it away though. Looks less. Fuck your kid. Like, do you know what I mean?
There's the TikTok of Freddie Mercury. All fuck
Give
your
Michael
kids.
Jackson a tash.
Oh God.
He definitely did it. No, if with a tash. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. I'll argue black and blue. He didn't do it.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
But give him a tash, he did it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Imagine it, aren't you, Prince?
Didn't Prince have like a little? Didn't he have like a little? Okay, I'm seeing this.
I'm saying things without saying things.
Okay, yeah.
Prince.
So what you're saying is don't grow a mustache.
Yeah, no, yeah. You suit it. You
Thanks. I've got the full beard. If I just had a mustache though, I definitely think
like walking past you don't get like right fuck kids. Like
thanks, I appreciate.
No, but you don't know. But I mean, in terms of the mustache, walk past me and you think, because it does it's like it doesn't grow as a mustache. It goes as a shade. It shades in my lip. Not like it's gonna be racist there. It's like young Asian mustache. That's what I get.
Okay, what like very thin kind of
baby pubes.
Yeah. But rat tash we call it. Yeah.
I get a rat tash.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's what it is. There you go.
So what were we talking about? Masculinity.
Yeah.
So bear in mind I get a rat tash. That sounds tough. Sounds shit.
Call it pedo tash.
Yeah, so my dad was like a prominent figure. I had all these prominent. My dad used to. So we went boxing from like fucking 6, 7. Hated it. Not gonna lie, but we did it. I was growing up, right? So I've asked my dad this later on. I asked him last year, right? I said, so we used to have to go for runs if we were allowed at night instead of like get the fuck to bed. It was like right, get your clothes on. Wow. And we'd go and do 2 mile, right? Fucking young age. Sometimes we used to cheat, but he drove round and parked in places.
Watched you
Didn't pass me, do it again. So we had to do it. I have a lot of that to blame. I'm quite grateful for that because I'm 32 and I look like this kind of naturally. I do train well and eat well, but back in the day when I used to eat pizzas every day, it just made me fucking hench like weird. But I put it down to the groundworks that my dad put in. But I said to him last year, I said, why did you do that? It was like torture. He was like, he's had too much energy, son. I wanted to exert it. I thought you'd love it. 11 o'clock at night. So Troy used to have that.
I can see the logic there. There's a little.
No, I get it because I'm a dad now. I get it.
Yeah.
Son, you've got too much energy. Let's go for it. But the thing is with my son, I've changed. Like I said, I give him what I wanted. So what I've done is dissected what my dad used to do to make us look like this. I made it fun. Son, let's race to the shop and get some stickers.
Yes.
The shop's 800 metres away. When we run back, it's a mile. I'll get you 3 packs if we can open them at the house. If we run back. He runs all the way.
He made a game. Yeah,
it's a mile. But he doesn't know this. So there's a 200-metre alley next to my house. So I race him down it. So I had to whoop his ass the other day. So he challenged me to a race because of these new shoes his Uncle Troy bought him. These will make you faster than Dad. Dad, I want to race.
Yeah.
Do you actually think he'll beat me? Yeah. In a fight too? Yeah, because I let him win. So I've got a video of this. So I took him down. He woke me up. I said, wake me up in the morning and I'll beat you. So I wake up at 4:30, 4:15 every day. He woke up at 6 and I seen him go for a beeline for his shoes. I said, you want this race? So I'm in a dressing gown, nothing on. The video cuts at a certain point.
Something fell out.
yeah. An appendage. So I took him down the street, set the video up, and I fucking smoked him because I had to give him a sense of reality. Like, it's fair enough you can teach the kids about you're great, you're fantastic. And I want him to be a masculine man, but I can't have him grow up in this delusion that he's going to win everything because I say this. So I give him a reality check. So from that, I raced him full speed. I went poof. I took him in the garden. He didn't get the ball 15 minutes. Didn't let him have the ball once. Took him in the house. Whooped his ass. Just put his arm up his back.
But I like the balance that you've got there between letting him win and then giving him the reality check. Yeah.
So he thinks I'm everything, the way I look. He wants to be me. He draws tattoos on. So I told you I bath with him, right? So like, because my dick floats on the bath, do you know what I mean? At a certain level, right? So he like props himself up sometimes, and I see him doing it. Sticks his ass up out the water, just so his dick's out the water. And I watch him catch eyes with me. He's like, "My Willie's doing the same, Dad." I'm like, it's so cute.
Down to the minutest detail.
Yeah,
like
just his little dick out the water. So sorry about this. There's gonna be so many bleeps, but yeah, he's such a cool kid. You can tell by the conversations, and he's my best friend. Like,
yeah. Well, kids are kids watch what you do. They don't just listen to what you say.
The thing is, he's got like I told you, I'm a thinker. I knew who I am. I know I've got all these masculine attributes, but I know I'm very soft inside. My son's like me. So for me, it's like, fuck, I know exactly how to deal with him. So people are telling him this, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, because you're the same kind of person. Yeah.
So today he played shit. Because I was like, Jax, bap. And I thought, fuck, I've ruined it. Because at a certain point in the game, my dad being my dad used to get sent off every game. Fuck you, ref, you don't fight.
He used to fight, yeah.
Oh, listen, like, man. So if the other team were rowdy, my dad would go and stand with him and they were quiet. Everyone knew him from the northeast. Tucker.
Yeah.
Masculine figure. So I always had that presence. I knew how to show that presence. I've always known how to show that masculinity. Yeah. But I feel like another side of masculinity is being completely fine, being soft, you know what I mean? So I know I'm a more masculine man than some of my friends who are tough as fuck. But I consider myself quite tough, but at the same time, I can go and hug my friend who needs me.
Yes.
And pull him out of a dark place. And I don't mind doing that. I don't mind taking that on. I feel like that takes strength and resilience. I've done my NLP training, but when I did my it's called Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So when I did that, half of the stuff I already knew through thinking, like through energies and stuff like that. So for masculinity, for me, a long time was being tough, being this, being there, being
alpha dog,
an alpha dog, and I just still do. Like, that's not changed. But at the same time, you should be able to adapt. Yeah. We're like chameleons. We're on this world together and everyone's fucking different. So a true alpha could adapt to anything. Go and speak to a person who's a little bit stinky and say, are you fine? It doesn't matter how they look. They don't have to be a supermodel babe for you to go, hey, baby. Do you know what I mean? You can go, like, for me, I can sit down with a conversation with anyone. And I find it interesting because these people, like, I consider myself quite weird, even though I've got this cool shell. So I've always played this cool shell. I've always played how I looked. So I met a guy, so I'm doing rope access again at the minute 'cause I come back from New York. I need to balance myself again from model to...
Yeah.
Met a guy the other day, he's a supervisor. And I was putting in the group chat, like, listen, lads, Axel's back. There'll be no fucking bullshit. Full stop. Joke. All the lads who knew me were laughing their heads off.
Yeah.
This guy who met me as a level 3, he saw me get out my 4 Series BMW in fucking a swaggy outfit, right? And this guy's gone out in his work clothes out with his transit van. He said, so I spoke to him on the Friday, he went, I thought you were a dick. I said, everyone does. He went, you are fucking sound. So on the Wednesday, he was like, what, you do boxing? I was like, yeah. So we went to the boxing gym, and I was the best in, like, there was a kid called Harrison, he was cool, he was good. But like we went in there off the rope access, and we were the best in that gym. And I knew, looking at me, they're going to expect a show, my brother being Troy. And I can put the show on, I can. So I did. I went and give him what he fucking wanted. He's like, do you play football? I said, yeah, I play it with high standard. I thought, yeah. So we played football. I'm so good at football. I fucking lit them
Humble
up.
brag.
I proper lit them up. They're just lads who play football. I play to a good standard. So I just lit them up. And then on the Friday, he went, you think highly of yourself? I said, no, I know my limits. I said, you asked me if I can box? I said, yeah. I said, you asked me if I can play football? I said, yeah. I said, but the thing is, I know you're testing me. I said, I know you don't like me. He went, I thought you were a dick. I said, I thought you were all right. I said, but the thing is, I said, I knew you thought I was a dick. I said, everyone does. I said,
Yeah.
don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, exactly that. So I've had that my whole life.
Yeah, you knew you knew when to switch. Yeah.
My defense mechanism was,
Lads.
be a dick. The best thing about that is, I'm adaptable now.
Mm-hmm.
If someone wants to put it on me, I can fucking put it on your back. If someone needs me, I can be there.
Yeah.
You see how it just changed the conversation?
Two sides of the same coin, isn't it? I mean, if you think about it, the most alpha people that you'll probably meet are the people who have an air of femininity about them. I mean, obviously, the example I used to use...
Excuse me?
Well, you said you're in a feminine industry, right? Or more feminine dominant industry?
No, people say it's feminine.
And it was not, but it's more feminine.
Call me gay. Fucking mad.
But you know what I mean? The best example I used to use for this was Russell Brand. I mean, I don't use that now because things
loving me.
Yeah,
I love Russell Brand.
Yeah,
even though he's feminine as fuck.
But like,
I don't wear guy liner.
But
bro.
do you know what I mean? Like when before all this shit came out about him, when you saw him walk into a room,
false.
People used to like they would look at him. He demanded the attention, but he wasn't this strong like kind of alpha male stereotype. He was this softer guy, but he gave that alpha energy.
Would you say weird?
A little bit, yeah.
So he's the energy I would attract. So like. People like him gravitate towards me. A lot of people gravitate towards me, but I can walk in a room and I can tell you who doesn't like me, like me, and I'll know how to approach that person who doesn't like me to get them over on side. So that's another area of masculinity. I feel like men need to. It's gonna sound fucking mad, right? Speak more with your women, because the women in your life, right? So women think with emotion. For me, I get called sexist all the time. I'm not. And men think with logic. Yeah. But if you just listen to the woman's emotion of where you're fucking up in your life instead of thinking, right, no, logically I need to do this. All right, yeah, emotionally I am fucking up there. That might actually make that better. So like, let's say an example. You're pissing your wife off and you're fucking sick of sending money and food at work, right? Maybe you spend more time with your wife, make her happy. She might make you bait, cut your cost. No, that's a little thing. Like, there's so many analogies you can use, but it's like, I genuinely think so. I think there's roles for men and women. Masculine roles, feminine roles. Mm-hmm. Certain jobs require both. Bricklayer, odds on, going to be a man. I'm not saying it's not for women, but it's odds on going to be a man.
We have proclivities towards certain
I had this
roles.
argument with my sister, right, and she lost her shit. She was like, so you tell him, so it was a fight about firewomen. The syllabus is men. Like, do you have to pass 25 pull-ups? Like 5.
There's a standard, yeah.
If they're going to pass 25, fairs.
Yeah.
That's what I said to her. She's like, so you're telling me with 6 sisters? I said, listen, I'm telling you. Her boyfriend was chubby at the time. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks good. Gary, you look good. I said, you're telling me. I said, I cut her off. I said, you're telling me. Yes, I am telling you. If I was to require someone to kick a door down and pull me off a burning building, it is not you. She's 5'4". She is. She's small. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, Brooke, because she could be taller. Do you know what I mean? She's very small, but she's beautiful. And Gary's like a big strapping man. He's 6'2". Gary, kick my door down.
But it's like it's almost like the fact of that is offensive in itself. But it shouldn't be though, because you're stating a fact.
It's a fact, but it shouldn't be offensive. But at the same time, if I want someone to care for me or to nurse me, I don't want Gary. You know what I mean? I don't want his big butch ass. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he'll stress that wound, bruh.
Yeah. It's not offensive for men and women to have separate things that they're better at than the other.
I'm not just saying the nursing industry, and I've used them because they are complete ends of the spectrum, but at the same time, hear me out. If I believe world peace would be achieved if women wrote the rules and men enforced them, because men are better at enforcing things. But when we've wrote our own rules, logically, power is control. My way works the best. If people say, you should do this with your kids, they're my kids. Fuck you. In charge of a country. My country.
Yeah.
So, women, I get this feminism rise, and I get that. Like, I get that they've had their enough, but like they need to chill out as well at the same time. But I feel like it's gone too far because women are pissed off, so they're like, right, they've got this fucking. But like, bleep that, I fucking hate her. She's just a fucking, just how she goes from black to normal. Like, hey man, what's happening in Detroit? Like, and then she's Asian. She ain't even ghetto black. And she spoke Asian to some people. And then she speaks normal. I get the adaptability, but fuck me, chill out. But like, I get that they're pissed off, but at the same time, I feel like if a woman with this, would if they worked harmonically, like I said, a relationship. Yeah. If you were to listen. So emotionally, I want people off the street. So Germany are doing it. Get people off the streets, house them, give them one chance. If they're going to fuck themselves, fuck them. But at the same time, the people going to war should be the people in jail. The people in jail, do you know what I mean? If you choose to go to jail all the time, you ain't just sitting there taking taxpayers' money. Boom. Then these people aren't losing their lives because I feel like soldiers are underpaid. I work offshore and I make like £4,000 a week. Soldiers are getting £1,600 a month. So if I worked for 4 weeks, hear that, £16,000. Yeah. 10 times what a soldier gets. But I ain't going to shoot no motherfucker, and no one's shooting me. But when they all come out of the army, they go into the rope access, they realise the money that they can make. They excel because they're used to getting screamed at. Yeah. Now they've got supervisors like me. So instead of someone like, 20 press-ups, they've got me being a no-collar ID. Can I just take that quick?
Yeah, sure. We'll put it on the bus. But it's funny because what I was going to say was people are calling online for less masculinity, and it's not that we need less masculinity. We definitely don't. We need more. We need better men. Like, the problem is that men don't know these days if they're being classed as toxic or whatever. And I'm just like, most masculinity is not toxic. The term toxic masculinity...
Because you only push one or the other.
Yeah, because toxic masculinity, for me, I'm pretty sure... I mean, people can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, came actually from prisons, where it was someone in the lunch queue, for example, would stand on someone's toe, and then in return, they would shank them. It was classed as an extreme reaction to such a small thing. That was classed as toxic masculinity. Yeah. But people are saying things like risk-taking, taking charge, chasing status. It's like, that's not toxically masculine. That is masculinity, wanting to be a leader. That's masculine. That's what we need more of. Yeah, men are shamed for these things, and I think... You know, I really believe that most men aren't toxic. They just want these things that they're now being told are toxic, and it's causing a problem in their heads.
Like I said, you get pushed that much where it comes out in a fucking bad way. Like, it's not really toxic trying to chase a status. No. But at the same time, it is. Do you know what I mean? So
if you're fucking people over to get it.
Yes. Yeah, that's a piece of shit, though. Like, a true alpha owns it in his own right. Do you know what I mean? I feel like... And you can only learn by doing.
Yeah, and true alpha is collaborative, not competitive as well. There's a slight edge of competitiveness, but if you're competitive with everyone and every other man around you, there's something wrong there. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you have a friend who's also a model, do you want him to do well, or because he's in the same industry as you, do you want to shit on him?
So for me, it's I know no one looks like me. So this is what fucked about the model world. This is where it gets feminine and bitchy. So anyone who's so I was working in Istanbul. And I was flying to Abu Dhabi to go offshore. They offered me a ridiculous wage. Couldn't say no. So I flew there and I said, listen to the agency who booked me loads. I said, I'll replace myself with one of the lads. They went, aren't you scared he'll take your jobs? I said, well, they don't look like me. If that client wants them, they want fucking them.
You knew your individuality.
But at the same time, Josh is my bro. I'm feeding his kids. Like, if I go, they're going to get some schmo and I'm just going to be like, keep that. No. That's how I see things. Like, I've always been that way. I've always trying to put people in positions, and if someone wants me, they want me. And if they want you, they want you. But the thing is, a lot of people don't return that. And it hurts. It used to hurt. Now it's like, it's been like just a whittling stick, do you know what I mean? Just fucking people off. But like, not maliciously. It's got its trials and tribulations, being a model as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people treat you different. Your friends treat you different. You don't necessarily get treated like other friends. You don't get invited to certain places because of how you look, because you might attract. I remember...
Like, as in men are jealous to have you around in case you get all the female
don't want to
attention.
say that because it makes me sound like a cock.
No, but that being aware of that doesn't make you a cock.
I was at an engagement do, caught with my friend, and I went, and all eyes were on me, and none of the mums had seen me in like 10 years. I'm a lot bigger than when I was a kid. Obviously been modelling. I'm aware that I'm look a bit different. My eyes, you know what I mean? And one of the mums was like to my mate who's engaged, who the fuck, who's that? She said, it's Axel. He didn't like it. So bear in mind, he's my best friend. Growing up, he phoned me when he had a bit of a problem with drugs, only me, and I went straight to him. I kept that a secret, but I didn't get invited to his wedding. And then one of the lads, jokingly, I was like, "You fucking it pissed me off that I didn't get invited." He went, "Yeah, well, he stole all the attention at the engagement do." And I thought, right, well, that's not come from. He's not made that up. That's been said. We're not inviting Axel. No. And then I realised I've only been invited to one wedding. I get invited sometimes to the after do, but two weddings. Kerry Headley, top boy. Jake Bondarenko's best man. He's been my friend since, but both of them been friends since we were born, like family. But I've only been invited to two. I've got a lot of friends. That's when I started realising. But like, growing up with so this is what makes me, I think, separates me with the masculine. Growing up with the upbringing I had, I was a bit ashamed of myself. And I had to become aware that I was ashamed of myself to make myself proud of myself.
Yes.
So I had to get to know myself. So a lot of these masculine men who chase a status, like I used to, the fuck for? Do you know what I mean?
It's mostly, well, I'd say it's mostly, honestly, for female attention, if we want to go down that route. But it's also because you want to fill a void within how you feel about yourself.
So I was chasing status to be the man. Remember fucking when I started modelling? So it was like 18 when I started. No, 20. 19, 20. Started getting properly into it. And then they asked me to be like Mr. Grosvenor Casino. Where to go on stage and walk about with my top off. I was like, yeah. And I thought, definitely fucking not. That's not me. Like, I like getting my pictures taken because it's good money and I like the little bit of banter on set. Do you know what I mean? But go and stand on stage and talk about how much of a dick I am, no. So I had to get to know myself. And then in order to get to know myself, I just feel like it made me able to control my emotions around everything and around everyone. So if someone needed me, I was fucking there. Whether it's to fight, not saying I fucking go and just turn up and beat people up.
Yeah.
Whether, like, do you know what I mean?
But you
like,
would defend if you had to.
Whether I need to turn that on or whether I need to fucking, you've lost, boom, I'm coming. Or you've had a fucking drug. But a lot of that was because it was quite fucking lonely, do you know what I mean? And that was the shit side of looking the way I look. I used to hate it. Just wanted to look normal. But they would say that was masculine, admitting that. But that was like, I used to think that was feminine. So I used to try and...
But because it was about your looks, maybe?
Yeah, but not because I used to want to look normal, because I thought, fucking hell, I'm pretty. People should say...
Okay.
So...
The opposite problem to most people.
People say, right? People say, oh, you got gay tendencies, but now I'm old enough. That was just them saying, you're good looking, you.
Yeah.
Like, I can appreciate a good looking fucking dude. I was like, good looking man. I ain't gay. But they must have thought he's good looking, gay.
That was a stereotype.
Being aware that I was good looking. But I didn't have a clue. I was just I had my fits. It kept me back. I was a bit like a 13-year-old. Just, yeah, man. It was just, when I was 27 on the 24th of April, like, I remember thinking to myself, oh, shit, I see why you're a model. It wasn't like I fancied myself.
Something clicked.
I could see my eyes. I could see the light was bouncing off. I was like, fucking hell. I get it now.
Yeah.
And I could see it in other models anyway, but I could see it in myself. And then I thought, fuck me. All them comments, all them years, all the things I was feeling. Sometimes the word jealousy. Sometimes, so I remember this kid was meeting a girl. single at the time. And then he went, I was like, oh, he's like, oh, a friend's coming, she's fucking mint. I was like, oh, let me come. He went, no. I was like, what the fuck? He went, you ain't coming with me. And I thought, do you think I'm a fucking dick? For years.
Yeah.
I asked him about it. I said, why did you do that? And he was like, fucking hell, you just took mine. So then I started understanding why I didn't get invited places. But me and my brothers, like, they're all handsome men. They're all them guys. They're good at sports. They look ripped to shreds. They're handsome. They've done well in life. Again, I feel like it makes me sound arrogant admitting it, but that's one thing I struggle admitting, knowing that I'm doing good. Because it's like voicing that I'm doing good. I've exceeded my expectations. I didn't think I'd ever amount to fuck all me. Growing up, just thinking, what am I going to do? Next thing you know, I've worked in every country, like including Africa, New York,
Yeah.
Not just modelling. I'm very good on the ropes. Like, I'm a high up level 3 supervisor trainer.
Yeah.
I train level 3s. I've done good, and that's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you ask a masculine man who's fought his way for fucking status, they're all depressed. Oh, it was for nothing. Mine wasn't.
Yeah.
I know who I am, and I know that my son sees me as a fucking hero. So
yeah, it's interesting what you said about the whole friendship thing, because when I was younger, I remember I was probably about 16. Me and this girl met, and we got on really well. We started having like a thing, and then like no one knew. It was kind of like between us. It was like just kept meeting up, and then she also knew my best friend, and then obviously I hadn't told him anything about this because it was just like a little secret, and then I found out that he fancied her as well.
Oh.
So now I had the option to be like, well,
Threesome.
actually, the Eiffel Tower. But yeah, it was like I had to make the decision, and in my head, it was a clear-cut decision. I got to cut this off because my friendship with my best friend is more valuable than this relationship with this girl. So I cut it off, and he probably would have been okay with it, but I wasn't. So I cut that off, and like I've told him since, and he was like, you know what, like I probably would have been okay with it, but I respect what you did. And I always say that the least. Like, I don't have to be afraid of any other guy in my life. I'm not scared that they're going to take attention. I'll welcome that in my life.
I call your friend a bitch ass, mate. Like, in disrespect. No, for real. Like,
I'm like doing something nice, and you're like, bitch ass.
No, but he followed he liked your girl.
He didn't know. So, like, obviously, like, me and her had hooked up, and then he didn't know. Her? I'm saying nothing on this podcast.
Were you sexually active?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's
but you know what I mean? Like, there's a time when like
bro code.
Yeah, well, but like I just wouldn't have gone.
But for me, it would have made me insecure of him fancying her. So I thought.
No, I was just in my head. It was like I don't want.
So he just said, "Oh, I fancy this bird," but you're secretly slamming her, and then you just thought, "Fuck that, dump her." Why don't you just say? Oh, no.
I said to her, I told her the situation.
Yeah,
this wasn't like a.
Why don't you just say to him? Oh no, I'm doing it.
I was 16. Like, who knows what they're doing at 16?
Yeah, you shouldn't have had it. You should just.
But what I'm saying is that there's like that moral code of bros. Like, I'm not scared of other
mature
men.
At 16.
Yeah, I was very mature, bro.
A slam piece.
You know how you said you couldn't grow a mustache? I had a mustache in year 8. But like, but like, you know, the least attractive women to me in the world are my friends' girlfriends or ex-girlfriends. I don't want to, like, there's nothing that you could say that would make me go there. Like, I know a lot of guys who are like,
went into my head.
I know a lot of guys that are like,
all my friends' girlfriends.
you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like, there's some guys that are just like, they're so insecure in themselves that they go for like their friend's ex-girlfriend or their girlfriend or whatever, and it just causes drama. I'm like, as soon as that's in my life, I'm like, no, there's no one less attractive than someone that's been with a friend of mine or that is with a friend of mine. It's just, there's a code there. There's a moral code there.
Oh yeah, I've got a deep underlying issue with that.
Okay, shoot.
But I don't want to talk about it.
No?
If you ever watch his podcast, I just know he's a piece of shit. Something similar in my life.
Okay.
But I don't go there because I've dealt with it. Do you know what I mean? Not like dealt with it like that, but like I've dealt with it internally, mentally. I've went through my trials and tribulations, so I don't like visiting that place.
Yeah.
It's a conversation. I'll tell you about it in private.
Cool. Yeah, no worries.
I don't like to.
Well, the next thing obviously I want to move on to is what we said at the beginning about the time in prison.
Cool.
So let's get into the nitty gritty of this. So you ended up in prison. Were you 18 at this time?
18th birthday. So on my 18th birthday, went out with my little girlfriend. Went to Yarm. Went for food at Sardi's. Went out to Yarm. And at the time, I don't know what it is. I was going to miss loads out, but at the time it was in to do this thing called minesweeping.
No idea.
You just walk past someone and just take their drink.
Okay.
So for me at the time, I'd never really drunk much. Genuinely about 3 times. I remember I had a fucking good few. We got a taxi back. It was weird talking about this because I've never really talked about this. Got a taxi back and ended up arguing with my girlfriend at the time. We got out of the taxi. I've like fucked off. Come back and this taxi driver's got a steering lock. A few bits missed over, but like he's had a steering lock. But obviously I've ran back seeing him with my girlfriends. Obviously he just wanted fucking cash payment.
Mm-hmm.
We had money, could have paid him. But I've just seen it, so I've ran past him and I kicked him in the chest. But like, do you know what I mean? It was like I ran past. It was like a jumping little.
What,
kick.
like Bruce Lee?
Like it was like I more like took a step off him. It wasn't really hard.
Okay.
In truth, and I'm not gonna fucking lie about it. Like if anyone sees this and comments negatively, just know I've made peace with the family. I've repented and I do a lot for society, so I am a good man. This is when I was younger and I'm a changed man. Even so, I was a good person back then.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't cut for jail. So
good people just make bad decisions sometimes.
Make stupid mistakes, but it's a decision I wish I wouldn't change, because even though someone did get hurt in the moment, jail was different. Like so, different to how people perceive it. So anyway, I ran past, I kicked him, fell over. I've just ran back to my girlfriend, thinking nothing of it. Got changed in my boxers, went to sleep. She's come in, the police are there, right? So I've ran 7 miles to a certain point, because I remember blacking out in bits, turned up there, and then ran back 7 miles and got arrested at the scene. So I remember being near my home, and then I remember being near the scene. So they arrested me. Police made a lot of mistakes. I was 18. They interviewed me while I was fucking scattered, because they were asking me questions. I've never done karate. They were like, "Oh, you've kicked someone in the chest," and you've seen Eddie Murphy Raw. I'm a karate man, right?
Okay.
Very serious offence. You've kicked someone in the chest. Yeah, I'm a karate man. Did I land it? That's a fucking recording.
Did you land it?
Did I land it? So that's all in my... So when I went to court, they read all this out. I'm like, I wouldn't have said that. I am a very smart, intelligent thing. So they interviewed me drunk, and I don't remember getting interviewed. But I was drunk for about 4 days. So I remember playing football when I got out of the cells. Talent football, I couldn't see the ball. I think I was spiked. I think now I've had drugs. There was Mandy in the drink. I know how I was feeling. I know a lot of fucking things was going on. 16-year-old body, I was fucking... I remember being up in the cells, spewing up loads of stuff. It was something. Anyway. But I do believe minesweeping, I made my own mistakes. Made my own grade. I picked up a drink. If someone put Mandy in the drink, so fucking what?
Yeah.
I did that. Might not have the drink might not have agreed with me. So that happened, and then nothing of it. NFA I got. A month later, the guy dies, right? So the police phoned me, said he might be going down for murder, this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking, I ain't a murderer. Like, I am a soft little fucking man bag wearing, pretty boy wearing top man. I'd fucked the chaviness off before this. I'd become a pretty boy. Do you know what I mean? With a little smurf fucking man bag.
I got this picture of you in my head now, and it's...
Oh, listen, if I'd have seen me now, I'd have been telling me, don't be wearing flary jeans. Come on, man. Oh, the tightest jeans as well. But yeah, from that, from before then anyway, when I went to college, I went to QE. I changed my ways, because I never felt good enough to knock about with the friends I had. We attracted the top lads, the posh. We used to go to Matty's, had a 3-story house with a hot tub in the back. Tommy Raw, like they all had a lot of money, and it was just like my house was fucking rough as fuck. Yeah. So I always felt ashamed. That's what I did. Thinking back now, I always used to be ashamed of who I was. Like I said, when I was 27, I started realising I'm me. So yeah, so after that, anyway, they started saying I was a murderer, this, that, and the other, and then obviously they did the biopsy. Nothing at all related to me. Just fucking had a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
I wrote to his family. Troy started boxing for a family of his. My brother's a professional boxer. Started working out with Imrans, and they're related. And we had no hard feelings. It was a mistake from a young fucking dickhead. Drunk on a night out, a one-off. Not a prolific offender. Not out robbing. Not out doing this. Not out.
It was one mad mistake.
Yeah, one mad mistake. Like, I'm not the guy who would smash a window. But you see, in jail. So when I landed in jail, boom, all eyes on me. People were looking at me like, not like I was sexy. Do you know what I mean? Like, just like, what the fuck are you doing here?
You didn't fit that.
Went in with my, you go in, you get locked when you go to court, and so I went guilty, right? I shouldn't have went guilty to what I did. So this is what I mean. My solicitor, dickhead. He's so shit. He made me plead guilty to a Section 18 wounding with intent. Wounding with intent is a planned attack. So I've planned to book a taxi to attack a guy with a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
GBH without intent is without the weapon. ABH is what I should have got without intent, which would have been like a community service, but he kind of fucked me there in a sense. My dad stood strong, so I remember when I went into jail, my first day, landed on house block 4 in Home House. Like you go in with what you've got on. I had Plims, you know what I mean? I was that Plims, bro.
Yeah.
Then that guy next to me had Nike Air Max. I'm a pretty boy now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so even while I was in there, I thought, right, I'm going to grow my hair my full sentence and I'm going to straighten it when I get out. Fucking sausage. But so when I went in, I remember my dad. I got a visit and you get a reception visit. I came and there was my girlfriend at the time, my brothers and my dad, and I was just like, fucking hell. My brother taught me around. I held it down. I stayed strong.
Yeah.
And I didn't cry. And then when I got back to my cells, but I remember when they took me back to the courtroom, I remember thinking, because I went like, right, so I just went guilty because I thought, if I go guilty, it keeps her out of court. Stuart said I should have went guilty. I should never have.
Mm-hmm.
Should never, ever, ever have gone guilty.
And plus, you wouldn't have known how the court system works. Like, no one really knows. They
I
just
kept
know
it away from my dad because I didn't want him to know.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't tell none of my family. If I'd have told my family, right, they'd have helped me, and I didn't. Which does made him. Yeah, I just wanted to get through it, get it done, and keep her out of court. So I was young, dumb, and naive, and I hurt all my family by going anywhere. So when I said guilty, all the court went, because they didn't expect me to go guilty. Reading the case, and he was like, "Oh right, remand." So I was like, "What the fuck?" So my dad's then trying to attack my barrister.
Good old Vic Tucker.
So normally solicitor will come see you beforehand and just to tell me what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Didn't
have time to. I was trying to do him in. So I just got shipped off to jail. Some kid kicking my back on my chair. I'm thinking, what the fuck? I'm in this little fucking hub box. Got there, took me in. I seen a lad from Darlow. He seen me on surgery, but he looked at me. He was he used to be like a bit of a bully in the town, but my dad kind of they were all scared of my dad. Like they were bullies to like some like they bully the younger lads, but like never us because my dad's a Vic Tucker. Literally. Yeah. So like when you see my friends, would see these type of guys, and they'd be like, "Oh, there's the boilies." I'm like, they'd be like, "Oh, hello, Axel." Fucking dickhead.
You kind of like protected almost in there. Like,
yeah, but if my friends were with me, they weren't to be fucked with. But yeah, because of my dad.
Yeah.
Oh no. So when I went in, I seen him right, and he looked at me as if to say like, "What are you doing here?" The next day, this officer came to my room and said, "Do you know these two individuals?" I went, "Yeah." They went, "You got trouble with them?" I was like, "No." These are my oldest brother's best friends that were in on a drug charge. My brother's a business manager, very fucking good man, Mark. Grew up with them, they were fucking his mates. I said, yeah, so they took me to the best house block, a brand new house block in the jail. Brett came to my room and he's like, "Dad told me you're coming in." And just... like that.
No worries.
He just give me food, everything I needed to survive. Like, so every week you get like a prop sheet a shopping list where you can order proteins, your noodles, your additionals.
Yeah.
And obviously it's my first week, so I turned up with nothing. So he just came in, cereals, blah blah blah, kitted me out, loads of backy, and he said, "You never borrow anything. It's currency. You borrow ½ ounce, you get an ounce back on their canteen. You make sure they put it down." Taught me how to survive in jail.
Yeah.
He was a drug dealer, like, but he was too cool to be in jail, so he figured out how to survive in jail. So I was with them for a bit, and then I remember they said, "Right, you're shipping you out to YOIs, you've offended institute, which is Dearbolt, which is 18s to 21s." Mark D said, "Listen, don't get in debt. Don't get in debt, and just remember who you are." So shipped us out, and he said stay away from like the smackers. He said because they've got nothing to lose. The young lads trying to make a name for themselves. So when I went to Dearborn, I remember on my second day, there was a kid just bounced in the shower, and he was like, who wants fucking slashing like? And I went, fucking mad cunt. Some kid went, go on then. And this kid just went, boop, boop. And there was like blood just splattered on me, right? This doesn't happen all the time, but so like, yeah, so I walked out the shower just bollock naked, pushed the kid off the phone, hung up. And I feel like he could see I was in distress. Normally that'd cause a fucking fight. But I was just stood naked, I'm fucking shaking. I thought I'll be alright once I get it out.
Yeah, no, honestly, Axel, take your time, man. Take your time, no worries. Have a drink.
Yeah. So I phoned my brother Troy, because I felt like if anyone could save me, it was him.
Yeah.
Always felt that way. And then
that's right, man.
Yeah, I know, it's alright. I'm just... So I phoned him and I said, here, fucking park outside the gates, just come get me, please, with Dad now. Because I thought, my dad and Troy will fucking get me, so... And then Troy got, like, emotional, so fucking... Troy got emotional, and my dad just, like, kind of handled it his own way, do you know what I mean? Put this song on, Lethal Bizzle, You Gotta Get Hard. Told me, like, he just said, this shit happens every fucking day. Like, what makes you so entitled to, like, not fucking see it? Like, boom. And it, like... No. He calmed me down first, and then he said that, and then hung up, and it was like, fuck me. It does. So when I phoned him the next day, it was just a different conversation. I was just fine. Yeah, I beat the gym, this, that, the other, and he was like, I can tell you're fucking alright, blah, blah, blah. He said, what changed? I just thought, you've raised me to be a fucking weapon. Like, even though I am soft as fuck, well, the other kids stayed in the shower, washed the fucking shit off, didn't give a fuck. Me, fuck me, I panicked. But I thought I had to switch.
Yeah.
Survive now. That's what Dad's raised you for. But I had a couple of fights in there, but like, I remember a couple of lads were giving me shit. One of the lads saying was like, yeah, I'd fuck you and that if you had long hair. So like, it used to do my head in. So I remember one of the kids was giving me shit. Give me more, because in there, because I was smart. So, because I wasn't a proper criminal, I went in there. So I became a listener, which is like a Samaritan. I used to go and speak to people who were suicidal. Yeah. Really, it was a ploy to get out my cell more. But
that's fair.
But at the same time, I could speak to people. I didn't mind doing it. I realised I liked doing it. Sometimes it's just my friends phoning me, like, I need a listener, I'm going to kill myself. Boom, phone a listener. Because if they don't want to speak to us through, they speak to a prisoner. Yeah. And I have to keep it confidential. Just my mates, I go and play PlayStation in the pads. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I became a counsellor, so I'd go and speak for the prisoners. I was on the servery, I was a cleaner, I worked on the print shop, which was a job making posters for outside works, which we didn't get much business, so we just sat and learnt Photoshop. So I learnt how to do Photoshop.
Useful skill, yeah.
And pinball, I'm fucking on the game. But I used my smarts to get where other prisons didn't. They wanted... Anyway, I ended up being with a great group of lads, all from around. It was like, we had the North East showers and the Yorkshire showers. Yorkshire in London. I used to shower in the Yorkshire showers, and I remember some of the North East lads were like, fuck, why do you shower in the Yorkshire showers? I shower in a shower, bro. Right? And then I went in the North East showers one day. Well, I was like, what are you doing here? I said, mate, I'm getting a fucking shower, like. Went back in the Yorkshire showers. Just these like over the months. Yeah. One of the showers, I got in a shower, like, and one of the kids said, here, mate, if you had long hair, I'd fuck you. And two of my mates just beat the shit out of him because they knew if they need me, I'll talk to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? They know I can handle myself because they've seen me fucking whoop ass. Yeah. But at the same time, I wasn't made for jail. Yeah. I wanted my tag. I wanted to get out. Like, I wasn't meant for jail. So
how long were you in there for exactly?
I think about 16 months. Yeah. 18 months. There's a guy called Gary Smith. I don't see him. I speak to him all the time. I don't see him much. He was my saving grace in jail. So I remember, like, me being me, calling people nonces and that. Right? Called kid a nonce. Gary pulled me aside and went, right. Because playing pool, I beat him. No, he beat me. I beat him and I potted the white. I was like, you fucking nonce. Gary just grabbed me. He said, right, I'm your mate and I work here at a print shop. He said, I do like you, sweet boy. Means it's like slang for good looking mixture.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what they called me in there, sweet boy. People know me as sweet boy. I bumped into a lad at Leeds Carnival. He went, sweet boy. I was like, fucking hell, Brooks. What the fuck?
Nickname stuck.
I had to explain it. Oh, yeah. Good looking. So Gary Smith worked with him at the print shop, and the photographer was the runner of the print shop was a screw, obviously, but he was a photographer, and he used to always say, you could be a model, you. Obviously, I was signed before, and then I came out and did
You were like, well, actually, I am.
Well, I didn't tell no one.
Because
Kept it to myself.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of knew who Vic was anyway. So Gary Smith said, I'm going to teach you how to be a criminal. He said, because you're thick as fuck. He said, you're going to end up getting shanked. I said, what? He said, you told someone as a joke you're going to grass on them. He said, what?
That level of humour, but people take that seriously, and they, yeah.
He said, you have to call someone a nonce. He said, nonce are the most hated people in jail.
Yeah.
He said, if he tries to fuck you up, I understand. He said, but we're fucking him up. I said, all right, go.
We'll do it before he does, yeah.
So he a lot of people didn't like me because of, like, I started just getting big. I went in there 9 stone, I started getting fucking big. I remember my ex-girlfriend's mum came on a visit after not seeing me for, like, maybe 9 months. Don't you mean? She went, fucking hell, Axel, whoa. And I didn't see it at the time because, like I said, I didn't realise I was good looking.
Yeah.
She said, like, I'd realised I must have been strapping young man. Put onto 11 stone. But jail was fucking breeze, man.
After the shower incident, yeah.
After that shower incident and realised who I was, and I thought, listen, you always situate yourself where you fucking need to be, so do it. So I like being the best at things, so I got myself good at table tennis. I was the best. We go to the gym, I got on with the gym screws, I was good at football, we got football. So, like, for me, jail, I knew, so you apply for lessons, you apply for your education. I put myself on a criminology psychological degree. I did my first year in jail.
Yeah.
While working, while doing all this, but while you have your education in your PE, I had football for 2 hours on a morning and the gym for 2 hours on the afternoon, then gym for 2 hours on the evening. 6 hours a day. While going to play Photoshop. Then when I'm back, I'm on the servery serving all the lads food, looking after my boys, giving them.
It's kind of leisurely, really, when you say it like this. Yeah.
It was different. So it was a home away from home. I say it's 500 lads living together where you just can't fuck up any birds. Dickheads are going to be dickheads, and good lads are going to gravitate towards each other, which did happen. So, like, Gary Smith, I hold a lot to him. He taught me how to survive, and I taught him a bit of etiquette, I suppose, because I was a bit well spoken to them.
Yeah.
His mum got murdered on the day before Princess Diana got murdered.
I like that statement that you said that. Slip that in. Yeah.
And because that happened in Hull, they just never looked into it. The world stopped for Princess Diana. And Gary Smith told me, when I was on a visit, Gary got a visit. I think he got one visit the whole time I was there in his whole 2 years. I might be wrong, Gary. My dad, coincidentally, didn't know, but gave him a lift back to the train station. His dad. So that energy, just my dad was like, oh, where you heading? He was like, oh, Darlington train station. Do you want a lift? I live in Darlington. So my dad gave him a lift, not knowing that was my best friend's. My best friend's dad. So when I was in jail, obviously, I remember I was getting out. I was meant to get out like near Christmas, but they wouldn't let me out in case I was a danger. But fuck me,
you're not a danger.
I was the nicest kid. So I got through jail, and screws loved me because I'd go and talk to them. And I remember Miss Tobin asked me, she said, what are you going to do when you get, what do you most miss? I said, a bath. She went, never heard that before. So I fucking do, like, just a pop bubble bath. I love baths, mate. Like, just
that's that feminine energy come back out.
Listen, bro, you call me gay again. Fucking hell. I wasn't holding pockets in jail. But
you were there with Mr. Matey when you got out. Like,
maybe question my mind. I fucking get out, start trying it, kick me heel. But so when I got out, so they kept me until the 2nd of January, and I remember, so my dad used to send me money. I was fortunate, do you know what I mean? My dad sent me money. I had the best job in the jobs in the jail. So I was getting paid like £28 a week, whereas other people got paid like £3 a week.
Yeah.
£28 a fucking lot of shit. Protein was £7. Baccy was, so people used to buy Baccy protein if they were going to the gym. in maybe 7 packs of noodles for like 40 pence each. You know, it's like just Morrison's Cocoa noodles. So I used to get my 7 noodles, 7 nourishment shake. Mine was cost like 27 quid a week, but that was my wage. But then my dad would send me 30 quid a week, and my brother Tremaine sent me money all the time. Troy, like,
you had enough while you were in there,
yeah, like I had it so easy, but like they made it fucking easy, like.
Yeah. But it's nice that you had that close family around that would do that for you as well, you know? Like, you were obviously saying before, like, some people don't have their brothers there, they don't talk to their siblings and stuff. Like, the fact that you had a close family is, like, it's nice.
Troy asked me what it was like getting a letter, and I said it was like, do you know the text you've been waiting for off someone? Like a proper good text.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. So if you got letters, Troy wrote me one every day.
Yeah.
Like, some of them were just like, not doing much, fucking sparring, can't be arsed, send.
But it was nice.
Yeah, so he made it fucking mint, Tremaine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was different for me. So, like, I remember at Christmas, before I got out, I spent about 80 quid. Like, just, I had 6 mates all on my wing. And I ordered 7 proteins for me. 7 packs of baccy, they all smoked. 6 packs of baccy, they all smoked. Just ordered, like, a lot of shit, do you know what I mean? That they couldn't afford. So, come Christmas, I got the scooter letters out and I just give them all presents, but... Like, for some of them, they've never had a fucking Christmas present.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was different when they received them. I just thought it was going to be a cool little gesture, do you know what I mean? But
it just shows what kind of guy you are, really, you know? Like, you were meant to be in there. You like you said, you were too nice for it.
Nah, man, I'm just me. Like, I'm not too nice for that. I was just me in that situation.
Well, one of the things that I loved that you said to me, which was really interesting, is when you got out, you had a phase where you were kind of doing the whole "my name is Earl" kind of thing, where you were going around sort of making amends to people, phoning people, which is something that I've never heard many people do or take accountability for. So you were kind of following up these people from your past and sort of making these amends. So where did that come from, and how did people respond to you reaching out after years even?
It was more when I became self-aware. It was like, I realised who I was and what I brought to the table. I started looking at myself like, fucking hell. Because I think I looked in the mirror, but I'd been on a week of eating shit and I looked massive, and I thought, aren't I meant to start getting fat about this age? I thought, fuck me. I looked at myself for about 5 minutes and just thought, I can see why you're a model. Like, I'm naturally this shape. I've got a natural triangle back. It's fucking...
Damn you. Damn you, bro.
I am blessed. I became aware, and it was like all these people. I'm not a model for a reason. It's because I look a certain way and I have a certain energy. People don't come to me for a reason. It's because I have a certain energy. Friends didn't need me for a reason. It's because I have a certain energy. So when I become self-aware, it was like, these fucking kids might have needed me. I've got kids at this point, the Jacks. Yeah. And I thought, if someone spoke to Jacks that way, if someone spoke to Jacks the way I spoke to anyone at school, please believe me, I'm knocking their dad out. I'll say, like, say it's fucking petty or whatever, or it's toxic masculinity. If your son speaks to me, my son any which way, and my son can't be helped, it's to say some traumatic shit, but like, I don't want to, I don't want to get into some of the things, but like...
No, it's fine.
Like, there was one of them, my mate Craig, I'll talk about him because I hope he doesn't mind. Craig Watson, I hope he still considers me a mate. So, Craig Watson came out as gay at maybe about 25. Craig was gay from day dot. He used to come out, his Pixar was mint. Pixar is, when he was like an SVS, his emojis were a bit better than ours. Do you know what I mean? He dressed better.
It's for people listening going, what? But like back then, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you 90s babies are no, man. But he was gay. He used to bring a camera out, dressed fucking very well. But the thing is, we used to call him Gay Craig. Mm-hmm. From that, when I started, I think. Gay Craig. And he just started just fucking smashing birds, man. Like, because he was good looking as well. So Craig's mum and dad talked. We used to go to deaf club. His parents were deaf from birth, so Craig can sign fluently, and I can do a lot of signing. AXL, please, thank you. So I could do quite a bit, the basics as well. So Craig taught me that, and I'm grateful for that, because I've spoke to deaf people in the past, and when they can lip read, but when I can show that I can actually adapt, and they're very impressed. It's like when I go to Turkey, speak a bit of Turkish. Teşekkürler. Oh, that's the fucking thank you. Good Nilsson.
I don't know how it is.
How are you, bro? And you got Sam Nilsson.
I feel like I'm being flirted with.
Yeah, no, it's just how you, bro.
It was the way you said it, not what you
Feminine.
said.
So Craig taught me that. My nose is running because I'm fucking crying. But yeah, so we call him Gay Craig. And I remember when he came out as gay, I thought, stop you being you. I did that, and I messaged him and I said, can we have a catch up? And he was like, yeah. And we never got round to it because I'd become a model and his boyfriend's in Pretty Little Things, and it's like, fucking hell, how close are our worlds? Let's catch up. And then we never did. So it was my cousin's birthday, Nathan's 30th, I think. I seen Gay Craig.
That nickname's not gonna go away, is it?
I know. I call him GC, and he said, what does that mean? I said, gangster cool or something, like, oh, Great Craig, and he was like, fucking knobhead. Because we had this conversation now. So I was like, hello, GC. So I seen him at this party, and I was like, listen, mate, I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's alright. I said, no, it's not. He went, alright, let's get into it.
You opened the can of worms.
I said, I'm really sorry. He went, listen, Axel, I spent time hearing you because of Gay Craig. And I said, I know. I said, and he said, I don't know why, though. He said, I feel like you were a piece of shit to me. I said, but the thing is, I didn't know how to be because I didn't feel like I was good enough to be your friend, Craig. Didn't know, like, you had money. Like, I later found out Craig didn't really have money. He had a friend, though, but a friend who was a dick. So I apologised, and he forgave me, and it felt good, but I was crying my eyes out. So from that, I contacted Mamoon, my little black kid, right, called Mamoon, Haj Mahmood, right? Came from America. He's a year ahead of us in the syllabus. He's a year below me at school, so he came into our college when I'm a pretty boy. Still got this dickhead mentality, right? So he was like, hello, I'm Mamoon, with his fucking iPod, and did look cool with Yeezys on. I said, Mamoon, you sound like baboon, right? Ruined him. I fucking ruined him, and I mean, he moved to London after that, and he vowed that he'd never speak to me and my friend Sam Dunphy and me. Sam didn't even really do that. Sam was just Sam was cool. Sam was the coolest white kid. He was like black. That guy could dress a bit swaggy.
Yeah.
I fucking love Sam. Still my good friend to this day. I spoke to him yesterday. So he said we don't speak to us. So I told this to Sam, and Sam was like, "What the fuck? What did I do?" Right, so
Don't drag me into this.
What the fuck? But we were just boy lads.
Yeah.
So you could be able to edit load of fucking facials at me, fucking hell. But
thumbnails, yeah.
Yeah. So Sam, I spoke to him, and he's like, "I vowed that I'd never speak to you again." I said, "Why?" And he just went into it, right. So we spoke for 4 hours, and I cried, I laughed. I explained who I was now, and he's gone extreme. Not extreme. He's turned into a Muslim. He was Muslim, but he didn't practice his faith. And then he educated me for another hour on his faith, and I was very interested. Like, we had a good conversation. Now we speak quite regular. So from that, I contacted Chris, this kid who I used to call the happy kid who I used to call, fuck off you fat cunt, or I'd boot his bag away and stuff, like just a fucking dick.
Yeah.
He wasn't bothered in the slightest.
What, by you reaching out?
No, that I was a dick.
Oh, okay. So you kind of held on to that more than he did.
Yeah. So like it's hurt me more than it's hurt them.
Yeah.
There was the kid I wasn't going to mention. He was called Ryan Berryman, right? So his mum passed away, and I just laughed. Start calling it making your mama jokes, like. But I remember at the time feeling so sorry for him. I remember crying. I remember going home and crying for him because I remember thinking, my mum didn't have much, but she gave us a fucking good life.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, fucking hell. Because I got mum, I cried, and next day I was ripping him. So I was so lost in who I was because I didn't have an identity.
Yeah.
Cheers. Sorry, Mark.
Is that your phone, was it?
Yeah. I didn't really have an identity. It was like I had an idea of what I wanted to be, who I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I knew who my dad wanted me to be. So that's all I had. It was like my dad was like, "You're doing this, you're doing that." So because I never got a chance to do this and do that, I never got to figure myself out. I just knew how to play that role.
Play the character of Axel, yeah.
Yeah, I messaged him. I said, "Yeah, listen, mate, do you want to come for a coffee?" He was like, "Yeah, what's this concern?" I was like, "I'm a good man now, you know." He was like, "Oh no, see shit on Instagram." I was like, "You follow me?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, what? Like, He said, I like all your pictures. I love that you're travelling the world modelling. I made 11 to 16 for him because he was in my form the whole time. Hell for him. But then he's a fucking supporter of what I do. And one thing I feel like men don't admit, right, is fucking hell. We do always want to be liked. We want to be loved. Do you know what I mean? All men do. Doesn't matter if you're chasing status or doing that. You do. If we have that insecurity, people who want to be like the dog's balls, it's because they want to be liked.
Yeah.
I used to want to be liked, and I remember when I found out certain friends didn't like me for how I looked and who I was, but this motherfucker who I tortured loves how I parent, loves that I'm travelling the world and not living a systematic job, loves that I'm doing this and post regularly about how fucking fantastic my children's mother is, because she is. I feel like women don't get enough appraisal. A lot of people message me saying I'm a good dad, but they don't see that I'm a good dad, but it's hard.
Yeah.
She finds it easy. I see her doing the jobs I do with ease. Women have no choice, and that's where the balance is different. Like,
yeah,
I'm aware. I'm just aware. People need to be more aware.
Yeah, more self-aware.
But yeah, it pissed me off that like my friends don't back me, but this guy who should hate me backs me like I'm like a fan.
Yeah. It's interesting. My take on a lot of the stuff when, you know, people, because obviously I was never cool in school. I don't know whether you can tell, but for me, I didn't used to be this way. I used to hold a lot of grudges and stuff, but I suddenly changed. And I remember hearing this quote. It was, accept the apology you never got. And I love that because it gave me the power to forgive people, and if someone did something to me, I would never try and go after them. It wasn't a case of I need you to know how much you've hurt me or whatever. It just gave me the power to just be like, you know what you did in that moment, and it's up to me whether I hold on to that, because at the end of the day, me holding a grudge against someone, it doesn't hurt them. They don't wake up and go, ooh, I can feel like someone's still got a grudge. It just hurts me, and it would just drain my mental energy. So it was a case of, I'm going to accept every apology that I never got, and I'm going to clear my energy, and I'm going to move on.
How did you do that, though? Because that's interesting to me, because you must have seen my fucking head going. My eyes. Very active thinker. But, like, I hold grudges, me, because the things that happen to me hurt.
Yeah. It depends what. If it's something like, you know, someone's really fucked your life over, fair enough, there's always going to be a little bit of resentment, then you do what you can with it. But if it's just like, you know, like, I don't even know, like, I got bullied in school, but for me, I think everyone did. But you know what I mean? I think for me, everyone gets bullied in school to some degree. There's different varying levels. So, but like,
Nah.
You don't think everyone gets bullied?
Not me. No, I'm saying
you were either one or the other.
My big brother was Troy Williamson. Big brother was Tremaine Williamson. My big brother was Mark Cousins. Vic Tucker. It was different. Like, I had like a fucking pass. There was a kid I had a couple of fights with, like, every year. I think year 7, I whooped his ass. Year 8, he grew loads and beat me up. Year 9, I whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Year 10, he beat the shit out of me because he kept growing, but like his beatings hurt.
Yeah.
And then when I remember at college, I said, "Yeah, I'll fuck you up now," and he was like, "We're not doing that." I was like, "Nah, we're little man bags." You know what I mean?
You grew out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just remember thinking that was my ego taking over, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was no question.
It's fine. It takes a level of self-love to start forgiving people, but I know what you mean about some people do hold more grudges, and I think I would never tell someone.
To me, it's not a grudge.
Yeah, but there's some things, like, I know a few people that have had, like, say their parents were really fucking bad to them, and I'm like talking like abuse level. I'm not saying, oh, like, don't hold a grudge against them. It's like, they fucked you up. That's fair, right? But there's some things that, like, you know, someone beat you to something, or someone said something nasty, or someone betrayed you, or something like that. Something that just had
someone fucked your bitch or something like that.
Yeah, like, just that shit you can let go with a certain degree. Some things like abuse, or like if you wanted to go down like.
So I've got a friend who stole from my house.
Okay.
Right? So he was my best friend. Right. I can't prove that he stole, but I know he stole.
Okay.
He started a business. He's an ex-footballer. He was on. We phoned every day when my son was born. We phoned every day. We were on FaceTime every day, and he comes down. So I bought a gym through COVID because I thought. My brother needs to train. We invested in a gym. We got a lot of equipment. Yeah. People were just coming and training. And
excuse me, sorry,
sir. and they were just depositing into the pots. Just don't know why, because we weren't taking fees. You couldn't open a gym through COVID.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was an open door policy.
Yeah.
It was more. It was for family run, but we said it was family run. But people used to just fucking go in anyway.
Yeah.
If they wanted to train and I caught them in there, I'd kick them out, kind of thing. But we where the fuck was I going with that before the gym?
You saying so he stole someone stole
Yeah,
from
so-
him. What did he steal?
Listen, so my bro started coming. He come down a few times, and I remember one time. Listen, this is something small first time. Someone paid me 200 quid. Give me 2 for the gym. 10, 20. So I went in. I don't know why. He gave me it, but counted it out like that.
Yeah.
So then I counted again. So then I went in my house and counted again. So then when I went upstairs, I've got OCD. I put it on the corner of my table.
Spread it out.
No, right on the corner, right angle. But I know I put 10 down because I put it down the same.
Okay.
I remember thinking, why have I put it down like that?
Okay.
When I got the money later, so take that, bleep that name.
That's fine. Yeah.
His bag was in my room.
Just straight up name dropping all of it. I'll be that. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'll
Believe that as well.
Yeah, well,
yeah, his bag was in my room, so he went up and got his bag for a taxi to go to the train station and go back to here. When I got my money later, there's 180. I thought, where have I lost 20 quid? But I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
The week later, because we'd not seen each other in a while, he just came straight down. He was like, he went straight upstairs and put his bag down in my room. Anyway, we went over to my gym. We were messing about with my brother, and he pretended he had a bad belly. He's like, I've got a bad belly. I need a shit. I said, alright, sweet. Go to the toilet. Bearing in mind, he's been to the gym before and shit the toilet before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's like, oh no, I'm a bit embarrassed. Everyone's here. Can we go to yours? Alright, cool. As soon as he went to mine, he turned all the taps upstairs. I thought, that's what I do. I don't like people hear the...
Yeah, the ploosh.
Yeah, the splunk. Sometimes it's a bit of... But
Yeah.
if he's got a bad belly, I understand. Heard the taps. And then he come down holding his belly with his bag. Said, I need a taxi. Taxi's outside. Walked out my house. Give me a touch like that. And went, and a pair of my trainers went missing. But the thing is with the trainers, I showed them that day and I put them on the bottom step of my stairs on my attic. Got 3 floors. They were nowhere. So I gutted my house twice before I made the decision. So the thing is with him is if we missed a phone call, we used to have a pettiness where if he missed the phone call because I knew he was doing nothing on the morning, got at the same time as me, I wouldn't answer the phone to him a few times.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? No, I wouldn't answer the phone, and then that would be it. Do you know what I mean? For the next day. So the thing is, I didn't answer the phone, but then he phoned me and 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 phoned my baby mama, phoned my brothers, my dad, my mother. I said he stole my shoes. He's just completely done something different. But I've been getting these feelings where I feel like he needs me lately. I told my friend, I said, I feel like every time he's needed me and been in a bad place, I knew. Energy, so...
Do you think, just as a... This isn't me making a snap judgment. Do you think he deserves that if he did steal these from you?
The thing is, it's been about 4 years now and I've not spoke a word to him. I just blocked him. I just fucking went off.
Okay,
Fuck you.
Right.
It's weird because it's only been the last 2 weeks I know that I have a feeling that he needs me.
Yeah.
And I was contemplating getting in touch, but at the same time, he's not just stole from me, he stole out my kid's house.
Yeah.
I'm not hurt by it no more. Fully. But why don't I want to... Why am I... But it's more because if he's done it before, while he's in a good place... You know what I said about the Whitland stick?
Yeah.
I don't need many friends.
Yeah.
I haven't got many friends. I've got loads of acquaintances. A lot of people I've got respect for and they've got respect for me.
Yeah.
But people who invite me places, fuck me. 2, if that. Like, I wouldn't even say I've got a friend. Like, Nicola's a good friend. Charlie Button's a good... I've got loads of, like... And Jordan had a phase. You know what I mean?
You got a few close friends and that's all you need, right?
I heard a quote where it said, you don't need a gang to take over a city. You need 3 bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I've got 3 bad motherfuckers. Nicola's one of them, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you wouldn't see her and be like, fuck that motherfucker. Because she's nuts.
When you talk to her, it's a different ballgame.
Get them vibes. But yeah, I've got my 3.
Yeah.
Big mogs. And, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't need many people.
No.
But old me used to think this. But the reason I'm doing so well now is because I trusted the wrong people. The word family doesn't... You don't know what I mean? It's like, you find who you need to have in your circle. And energies, if they're all matching, you're going to fucking excel. But if there's something or someone or some summit bringing you down, that needs to be gone.
Yeah.
So that
Protect your energy.
Yeah, protect your energy. So when I'm thinking, fuck, he needs me, that's me, the softness in me saying.
Yeah.
But then the alpha in me is going, no, there's a time and place for that.
But there's also that you let that energy back in, because what's to say you invite him around, he doesn't take something else, you're like, oh, fuck. But then that's then
but
on
that's
you. Then,
not
isn't
on
it?
me. No.
If you let that back in your life, there's a level of responsibility.
Yeah. If I let it back in, that's why it won't get in. So it's more like save that energy. If let's say you needed me and I had a feeling, I'll save that for someone who's nice and kind and positive and wants me to do well. And it's weird, man.
Well, for some people, it's everyone else's fault. Like, you ever got one of those friends where like they complain about every partner they've ever had, but still go out with the same type of partner, and you're like, at some level, you've got to take some self-awareness and realize that you are dating the wrong people. You are putting yourself in that situation, and then going, oh well, he's a dick or she's a bitch.
I wanted this guy, and like, oh yeah,
and you're like,
going to chin you again.
I want a nice guy who treats me right, and you go out with this piece of shit, and you're like, stop going out with pieces of shit. You say one thing and do the other. Take some level of accountability. Sometimes it's not everybody else. Sometimes you are the problem, and you need to fix that.
I've started doing that. I was cutthroat with it. Me, it was like more people. It was more when my kids came around. There was a guy, Kane, like a big brother. He lives in Scotland. Doesn't have Facebook. Had no way of finding out I was having a child. Right? No one it was born. So when I posted a picture, his little brother must have seen it and sent it to him.
Yeah.
He drove from Scotland to my house with a gift. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? He went, well, I've got a nephew, haven't I? I was like, what? But he's the first friend who did. There were only him and Smithy who came over, 2 friends who came over. Oh, no, and Dean Ingham. 3 friends who came over. All from different, one's from work, one's from taught me to be a motherfucker. And Dino's always been just like in the family. Mm-hmm. They came over for both children, and no one else did. But they're not particularly my best friends.
Yeah.
They're the people who I have met along my journey, who've helped me, and I still collaborate with on this journey in life. Dean's still parenting. We have banter. Dean's racist as fuck. He's a gypsy. He's a half gypsy, so he grew up in like a gorgeous community. Just ripping the fuck out of them, saying, because they'd go like, "Oh, you're half gypsy," and he'd be like, "Yeah, you fucking, we're gonna rob you tonight." He just owned it, man.
Yeah.
Dino, because I hope he watches this. He is fucking vile. Like, so no, if you're having a piss, no one time, he'd come and scoop my piss.
Oh, fuck.
He did. Stuffy cunt.
I love my friends, but I'm not drinking no piss.
People will be having pisses and he'll walk past and just go past. Like, who he doesn't know, not grab the dick. He'll take the mint out their toilet.
Oh,
spit it back in.
Is this guy okay?
Oh no, he's fine. Like he's fine.
Are you sure?
Listen, he's fucking just mad, man. I loved it. He's. Oh, listen, right. So they went for a night out in Hull. I think they went for a session in Hull. Like it just ended up wild, and he hung off a balcony and shit on my mate's windscreen. Do you know what I mean? That's Dino.
I'm gonna get him on the podcast next. That's a great guest.
He just ripped me to bits for no reason. Fuck Axel. But he's got jokes like, because he's very open with his jokes. But he's a fantastic dad. He owns his own business, doing very fucking well. Bricklayer. Kane, technical authority, wanted headhunted by all of the fucking head companies around the world for up access. Do you know what I mean? It's like my circle's so wide, man, so wide but so compact.
Yeah.
Necessarily the people who I grew up with is because I remember kids weren't allowed to knock about me because of my dad. So that's why I feel like I am the way I am with the circle of friends I've chose. Just because it's like I've got a degree in fucking life. Do you know what I mean? I had to play one part to survive in this part. I've had to adapt there to actually make friends.
Yeah.
I'd never go on like an arrogant dick though, because I feel like people used to comment on my looks and say, "You did cocky you." I thought, fucking hell, so I'd even tone it down even more.
Yeah.
I'd be even nicer and nicer and nicer. But it's because I was thinking, why the fuck are people saying I'm cocky?
Well, the thing I
wasn't.
Yeah, the thing I've sort of noticed about, obviously we spoke on the phone, and obviously that was when we first get to initially break the ice and get to know each other. And one thing I love about you is if you say something good about yourself, you say something then humble afterwards. You know, you'll follow it up with like,
it's my mental health.
Yeah.
Like with it, it's like, so the stigma attached with looking the way I do, but the looking the way I do, like I've just done again. It's I'm openly saying, fucking hell, I'm good looking. I'm ripped to shreds. I've got better genes and blah 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 blah. Fucking do, but that's a fact. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, you can't say that. You arrogant dick. fucking true. Do you know what I mean? It's just, this is where society is now, so I've started putting myself out there, being more real with the fucking world, because I want people to see it. You can be soft and hard at the same time. Do you know what I mean? I was a model who hated the fucking way he looks. I am a tough man who's soft as shit, who doesn't mind to cuddle and watch fucking, like I watch like all these tough dudes who think I'm watching gangster films and this. I just watch like Rick and Morty, all these fucking mad cartoons. Like, so I'm like a fucking nerd, like all these Marvel characters. I'm not outing you for being a nerd, but
no, I'm openly a nerd, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm not trying to be too cool. Yeah.
Visible, but like, I'm joking.
You specky twat.
Fucking bully words, fucking bully.
But you know what? When it's funny you say about the appearance, because I'm bald, right? I don't know whether you've noticed, right? But for a while I was just balding, right? And it was that's tickled you.
I'm black as well, you know what I mean? Like, a few tattoos.
Yeah. But it's like,
hey, I'm bald.
Yeah, I'm bald. But like, do you know what? It was one of those things where it's like, for a long time, I would try and hide the baldness, right? And then it just becomes a part where I'm just hiding. Everyone knows. Everyone can see this. So it's like...
Man, the same with modelling.
Yeah, but it's once you, like... I mean, I've never known a balding model. I mean, there's probably a few
I
other...
used to hide... I didn't want none of the football lads to know I was being a model.
Yeah. Until
I met Leon Scott, who was the coolest fucking footballer model ever. He was an OG. As soon as he seen me at Darlow, right, he come up to me and went, he went, I'm gonna take you under my wing. I thought, who the fuck's this guy? That's my first thoughts. Like, I love you, Leon. You're my bro. Like, he is a proper bro. Like, I'm really close. But my first thought, who the fuck's this guy? Because I was just this little dickhead. He thought, yeah, I'm gonna play the class clown. On the pitch, I was so talented running past play. I'm so fast. But then I remember this lad fucking wiped me out. Tactically. I straight away said, listen, you fucking prick, I'll shag your wife. I was so fucking focused on arguing with him. He got in my head, but I didn't know who I was. He knew who he was. Wind up merchant. I didn't have a clue because I'm playing a role. He knocked me out my role and I'm like, oh shit.
You broke the frame, yeah.
I need to fight you now. So I'm like, fucking over then. Then it started getting twisted. That's when I started losing myself a bit.
Yeah.
Not feeling good looking, like going to shoots, people taking pictures, but me not feeling awkward. I just knew the money involved. It was like work. And then eventually I just started like thinking, right, this is my own world, this, and I fucking love it. Yeah. I feel like, and they show me the picture, I'd be like, whoa, I like that. Good, yeah. So I started feeling good about myself. So when I was on set, I made my own little routine. I started posing. And I am a good, I'm fucking sick. Like I'm good at my job. Yeah. I always knew modelling wouldn't last forever, so that's why I did rope access. Yeah. And it makes, they both make fucking good money, fantastic money, modelling more. But
you got a good thing going on.
Yeah, I've got a very good thing going on. So like, I just coasted through, and then it got to a point where I thought, fucking hell, I could make a lot of money here. Yeah. It was when Jackson Marley really came about, because before I used to like, voice there, feminine. Before I used to, I'd go offshore for a couple of months, make maybe 20, 30 grand, and just 20, 30 grand there. Yeah. Just nothing. And just be around and drink every day with my mate, drink every day. Like, but I drink every day and I was ripped to shreds.
Every guy's dream.
Yeah, just drinking pints and that. Like, but now, I couldn't think of that worse than going for a pint. Like,
I don't really drink much anymore.
If I'm gonna drink, I drink to get smashed. That's the thing.
Well,
like,
nothing, yeah.
Like, what's a point in drinking? Like, just go for breakfast, cover pint. Really, bro. Breakfast. Yeah. But I think that's to do with how I live my life now. Obviously, I do maintain and eat clean.
Well, I was gonna ask about the lifestyle thing. So obviously now you've got 2 kids, right? In what way are you raising them differently to how you were raised, and what do you actually want? What do you want from them?
So I didn't really teach them sweets. Do you know what I mean? A lot of parents are like, right, here, listen, be good and you have some candy floss. I kind of kept that all away from that bullshit. So I used to watch Nanny SOS. Okay. I am sounding feminine. But it was just on because my dad was my dad. Like, he used to watch, if he watched something, he watched something. So Erin Brockovich used to be on my telly 24 hours a day for about 3 months. And then it switched to like Gladiator every day. And it was just like that. Yeah. If you deleted it off fucking Sky Planner,
you in for it, yeah.
Who deleted Erin Brockovich? Big fucking gangster man. No.
I love it.
But so I didn't teach him sweets. It was like, I knew the lessons I wanted to learn from my dad. So I thought I can manipulate this. And more like, if they seen people eating sweets, they'd they'd be like, oh yeah, I'd be like, oh yeah, you can have one. But because parents would look at me like I'm a fucking piece of shit. But I'd be like, kind of frowning. Like, what? I'm like, I wouldn't date that, mate. Because I don't.
Yeah.
Like, why? I think it's going to give me a bad belly. Like, when I played football when I was younger, my dad said, don't have a pie. I had the pie, played football and shit myself in the game. So the lesson from that is I want them to listen to me. But if they're not going to listen to me because I'm the dad, you don't listen to your dad. Shut the fuck up, dad. That's what they think in their own words. Like, I know it. So it's not like a game, but it's like, how can I get it through him? It's for me forever learning to adapt to him.
It is a little bit because it's teaching lessons. That's how people learn better. Yeah.
So his idol is Ronaldo. What does Ronaldo eat? Put him. He's got videos of him saying he doesn't eat sweets, chocolate, and shit like that. Look at Ronaldo. Knock this kind of fucking coke over. Why is he doing that? Because he wouldn't dare, son. Wouldn't dare drink Prime. Why? Because it's dog shit for you. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't swear. I'm very. Like I say, I'm a dad. I'm a dad when I'm like.
Yeah.
I went camper. Fucking hell. But yeah, Ronaldo. I use Ronaldo all the time. I say like he's 40. He looks like this because why? He has his water. So my son gets up and requires steak and eggs. So he stayed at my friend's house, and my friend phoned me. He's like, I can't stop laughing. So why? He's like, son just asked me for steak and eggs. And
I can't imagine taking your kid to a sleepover.
Yeah.
It's like, you want some Cocoa Pops? No, have you got steak and eggs?
Yeah, that's what he's like.
What?
Anyway, I said, oh, shit, sorry, just make him an omelette. He said, no, well, I asked if he wanted an omelette. He asked me for ground beef instead. So I'm proud of him, but because, like, he knows that's nutrition. So the way I see food is fuel.
Yeah.
And I want what's best for them. I don't want to be one of these people, let them enjoy it. What? ADHD, diabetes and all that shit? No. I'm going to let them enjoy all of life. Not fucking 40, 50 years of it, where it's going. Because I have that knowledge, you tell your kid not to cross a road when a car's crossing. Also tell them that saturated fats are really bad for you. Also tell them that binging on the fucking chomps might give you the shits. Mm-hmm. Not, it's fun. Or, if you're going to be good, I'm going to give you a reward. So if you teach them that a reward is sweets, they will get to a certain age where they've got their own money and they reward themselves a lot.
Yeah.
Feels good. So their feel-good factor will be the reward. But if you making grands and grands a week, fuck me, I'm going to go and eat loads and loads of sweets. Why? Because I can reward myself. I've been taught that.
But I also think that then leads into, like, I mean, not all the time, but it also leads from, it starts off as like sweets and McDonald's, and then it escalates to like alcohol, then it escalates to like drugs. Like there's a chain reaction. Yeah. Because the food doesn't hit anymore, so you go to drinks.
Sugar cane, cocaine.
Yeah.
Same family, but sugar's more addictive. Not saying the kids are all crackheads, but
you eat Haribos, you're a crackhead. That's what it is.
Yeah. Looking down on them, but no, it's like. So the other day at a football tournament, one of the mums said, "Can you have half a sausage roll?" I said, "Like no." She was like, "Why?" I said, "Well, like chicken thighs and thingy there." She was like, "Boring." Cool.
Do you just smile and nod? Are you like that? That's the advice I was giving. If someone's got a problem, you smile and nod.
I said to her, I said, "How?" Because that to me is, you've made a negative to my son now, so he's going to think, why is she calling him boring?
Yeah.
But I had to go home and bleep the names and explain that's why X, Y, and Z of people are overweight.
Yeah.
Bleep that whole bit anyway, to kick that bit out.
But you're not wrong though. Because like a lot of it obviously is, I think when you were saying before, the generational thing as well.
He won't say that to the child, but he knows that will.
He just goes up to them. You're fat because of the sausage roll.
You're fat because of the sausage roll. My dad said, no, it's not that. It's like, I tell him, listen, whatever stayed in our bro, he won't even tell his mum shit. Like,
yeah.
But it's not like he's such a fucking switched on kid. Like, so the way we get through to him is, I know that he trusts me with every secret. So if she thinks he's done something, I'll ask him. Obviously, I'll tell her. But she won't address it.
Yeah. It's unspoken. Because then he won't tell you again, will he? Yeah.
We're parenting. She's fucking amazing. But I learn a lot from her. She kind of comes up with she tells me what to do.
I think parenting's got to be a co-parent thing. Like, you can't have like one that's like this way and...
No, she listen, I think women know how... They get maternal. They know what to do. So she tells me what to do, but I put my own spin on it. Keep him out the sun for 6 hours a day. He's coming out the sun for maybe an hour or two. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know what's right, I know what's wrong, but women are fucking fantastic.
Yeah. I always think mothers are just great. The natural care that they have is just great.
I respect every mother. I respect every single mother. I know sometimes I have my kids for 2 days. She might go out and stay with her friends, and I'll have the kids for 2 days. Because we are very on the ball, mate. It's co-parent, no, like we are parents. We parent together. Me and Sophie, we're together. She's my fucking bird. But like when she goes away, because I work away, I've been in New York for 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
She's up, wiping ass, doing this, doing that, looking fine. Whereas me, it's like, if I'm gone for 2 days, I am a good dad. I do all the things necessary to get them down. Good, I get them down easier and shit like that. But it's like, fuck me, where's on me? But if I did that full time the way she did it, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of men couldn't say that. I couldn't do what she does, but she couldn't do what I do, and she knows that. But this is where I say if things can run harmonic, I can do what you can do. No, you can't.
When it becomes a competition, that's when the harmony dissipates.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is we're going to separate it. You're going to do this, this, and this. She cleans. The kids walk and she hoovers after them. She loves cleaning. She cooks grand food. Like, you know what it is, right? People call me sexist, right, when I talk about this. I said it before. So I raised my daughter and son in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it, it's not run in my household this way because Sophie has her own views. I wash up after myself, but in my views, I don't think a man should have to wash up if he provides everything for the woman and security and all that shit. I'm old-fashioned. I have them views. I want my son to conduct them views because it teaches him to be strong and masculine if a fight arises for him and his family. It teaches him to be true to those around him. It teaches him to earn money, to provide enough for fucking security. And it teaches him to go out and get the security and it's okay to leave. Do you know what I mean? In that, it teaches him to find a woman who is going to be strong enough to hold down a fucking fort like his mum does. In that, I want my daughter to go out when she just find a man. I don't want her with a little chavvy dickhead drug dealer. Oh, he's cool, yeah. She can live her life. No. Him who sells coke will not be my daughter. Mm-hmm. She will be raised and educated to attract Prince Charming. Like, what the fuck happened to Prince Charming? Like, I had an argument with someone close to the family. And she was like, no, like, they go out and experience. No. I don't want my daughter going out at 13 and getting fucked. Yeah. I ain't being a young granddaddy. I ain't having her ruin her life. Sorry. No. But she's a woman. No, she ain't. She's a child. Please believe. I said, listen, I'll fucking ground her. While she living under my roof, she lived under my roof. She went, what if she goes to her friends? So she was trying to catch me out.
Yeah.
I said, so I lost it. I said, please believe me, if she goes to fucking Emily's, I will go to Emily's. I'll sit the parents have a brew.
Yeah.
If she go to prom, I'll go to prom too. I'll volunteer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you fucking mad? It's not that she's not gonna. She's gonna. It's disgusting. Blech. But like, please let me want my daughter to want the best. The man who's gonna raise a family. The man who's gonna stick a fucking round. Not the guy who's gonna fucking shag Axel Tucker's daughter, Vic Tucker's granddaughter, or Troy Williamson's fucking niece, Ryan Williams, Tremaine. Do you know what I mean? Not that guy who's got. I'm shagged her. She ain't gonna be that girl because you're all struggling now. You've all got fucking 3 kids and jumping on the next dude because you're wanting this. I don't want that for my daughter because that's my generation. Fuck that. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. So the feelings I'm feeling now because I didn't get what I needed, I know I will give that to my son.
Yeah.
And I see what some of the women in my generation, seen what happened to yous. That ain't my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie agrees. I'm gonna pull my son out of school in year 7, mate.
Yeah. Homeschool?
It's homeschool to pass the syllabus, but at the same time, I'm going to train him. He wants to be a footballer. All kids do. So I'm going to give him the best chance. But at the same time, both of my jobs, individually, again, I don't mean to sound like a dickhead, I make individually off rope access more than maybe 5 of my teachers per year. Mm-hmm. One of my teachers, right, so I got vice head boy, like it was sports captain, vice head sports captain, because I was a naughty boy turned good. I could have influenced the kids. So they used me for well. I played all the sports, so I deserved it anyway. I ran cross country for England and all that shit. Very athletic. So one of the teachers, Mr. Thompson, he said to me, I remember this, it did stick in my head, if you're half the man I am when you're my age, I'll be very surprised. And that made me not think I was ever good enough for anyone. That's one thing that fucked me up mentally. And I told you I never felt good enough for my friends. That was him. Piece of shit. Handsome looking dude, used to flirt with the girls, bit pedo-y, I'm not gonna lie. He was a young, attractive man working in the school, used to flirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Used to race us and smoke us. Played football against him, that being a dude. Ain't none of that happening now. Bit more physical. fucking, look. Anyway, I went to a school teacher's day with my nephew, right? That's the first person I saw him. Mr. Thompson. Went up, shook his hand. And I've never done this in my life because I don't like talking about money.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about how good I am or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was like, Mr. Thompson, I said, I've been waiting to see you. I just finished my first like proper year at decent offshore money. I was like, do you remember you said this to me? I said, I hope you weren't talking about fucking jobs. I said, because you make £25,000 a year. I said, I've just made X, Y, Z times the amount of that. So does that make me 5 times you? I said, because you told me I weren't going to be shit. I said, and I've never done this. I said, but you made me feel like I was never going to amount to nothing. I said, am I? And I got in his face. Oh, no, but before, am I? And he was just like that. I was bigger than him and everything. So I squeezed it. I said, you have a good day, miss. I shook his hand, squeezed it. I said, never fucking do that. That's what I said. Ever again, I said, because that stuck with me a lot. You know what I mean? It stuck with me a lot. More than it should have. But he was someone I looked up to because he was a cool, hip teacher.
Yeah.
So once I become aware of how I looked, I know how to use the fact that people's narrative see me as a cool, hip guy, tattooed out his head, ripped to shreds. So that's why I feel like I can fucking make a change for the future.
Yeah.
For my kids.
Yeah.
There's a selfish reason, but there's a good reason.
Yeah.
I want my kids to grow up in a good world, and if I'm going to be the guy with the tattoos to do it, I'll be the guy with the tattoos because I've got the people around me now who can make it happen. I mean,
hearing your story, I love how much effort you put into yourself in terms of changing, in terms of the things that you've wanted to get out of life. And I think anyone listening, like, I'm always curious what people think of people when I get them on, in terms of like the first initial reactions at the beginning towards the end. And I 100% know that if anyone had any snap judgments about you at the beginning, that's completely changed by the end of this. But I've got one last question for you, mate, which you can answer however you want. And it's a question that I ask all the guests that come on this show. And the answer always surprises me a lot of the time. And you can answer this however you want, take your time. And the question is quite simply, do you consider yourself a success? It's a deep question. But you can answer it however you want. There's no right or wrong way to say it. It's entirely personal perspective.
Weird that. So 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago, I just went in. I told you my brain how I think. I started thinking about. Just got back from New York. Just took my kids on holiday. Before then, I was in Abu Dhabi offshore. Before then, on the old rig setup. Before then, I was in Istanbul modelling. For 2 beautiful kids. I'm in good shape. I've started a business with Nicola. Like, before I used to think success was money. But I've outlived what I ever thought I would get to. Like, yeah, man, I think I've done better than I ever thought I would ever do. And I don't realise the potential I've really got still. So in that, I started realising I am very successful. But it's weird that you've asked that because I thought this myself. I thought, fucking hell, I am known in different countries. Not just for what I can do on the ropes, for modelling too. I'm known in different cities for being a quality dad because I post it all over Instagram. Take away that's all the extrinsic motivation of other people. Look at my house, look at my family, look at my car. It's like, it was weird. 2 days ago, I had this thought and I thought, fuck me. And I just sat and smiled and I thought, I'm doing good. Like, I'm happy with who I am. Like, that's my terms of success. I am really happy with who I've become. Like, I know I'm emotional. Like, fuck me, I am very emotional. The first time my barber seen it, he said the same thing. Like, my old barber, Ross Kelly, Sydney Rogue. I should be getting paid loads for this shit, do you know what I mean?
Sure, that is, yeah.
So he never knew me, knew me as Troy's little brother. So he said I knew you were a beautiful man to look at. He said, because I was crying. Is that like therapist barbers?
Yeah.
You might not know.
No. I mean, no, a barber for many years, yeah.
But I just opened up and I remember just letting the wall down and told him everything. I cried and everything. He went, you are you might think with your ego, blah, 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 but getting to know who you are, more attractive is this than what people think you are. And he said, I used to think you were a dick. But I've always known people thought I was a dick. So that's why I've had to block that out.
Mm-hmm.
But me coming on here is a kind of a way I want people to see me for who I am, to show I'm not a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does do your head in. But more for a reason for people to look at other people and think, right, he's not a dick. Don't comment negative shit on that, because it might actually affect that motherfucker. Because we're humans, you know what I mean? I have body dysmorphia too. I wake up sometimes feeling like a fat piece of shit. But yeah, in terms of success, I think I'm a bigger success than I think to myself. Because I am a little black kid from Darlow, from a little scruffy house. Like this year, we sent my dad to Thailand. I was done with him living in that house. I fully renovated it, took it back to the bones. He lives in now one of the best decorated houses in the streets. Did everything, I did that. Like, no one helped, no one wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
My little brother paid for the roof, actually. My other brother Troy wasn't in a position, but he would have. But yeah, I did that. Like, so I just quit work. I thought I need to do it.
Yeah.
21 days every day. I was there 6 till fucking 8. Not seeing my kids, not even getting paid. But something told me I needed to do that. My dad's we don't have a good best relationship, but I put that down to the man who I've become. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people they want it their way, but I see the fair way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't hate myself. We fell out a bit actually, but I've renovated his house fully, and I love that I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
I've helped other family members in the other years. People always tell me, what are you doing? Help yourself. Where I'm at this year, I've helped everyone. Now they're all doing good.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need my help. Now I can focus on myself, but when I reflect on that, helping them wasn't a choice for me. When I've needed help, they had a choice and they took not to. But that's where people are like, why are you helping? They didn't help you. I don't give a fuck. Let me be me.
Yeah.
Let me walk in my steps. And then look at this year, like the way I'm feeling about myself. I'm extremely proud of myself.
Yeah.
Never felt self-pride. I used to be ashamed of myself. I'm not bothered how I look. I know I look good. Like, it's... sorry. But, like, I know I look good. I know I'm ripped.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm aware my bad days, probably most people's not even good days. Like, never will get that. But what I've done, what I've created, and what I've achieved, fucking... It's quite sick, like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like...
Obviously, doing the research on you and stuff and talking to you, I was like, damn, this guy. Like, this...
In
we could do another 2 hours on more stuff. There's stuff that I haven't got. Yeah.
It's like from jail. So, like, someone called me the English Jeremy Meeks. He got famous as fuck off his mugshot, didn't he? So, pull up a little picture. Carla, will you pull up a picture? But, yeah, so from that I used to try and hide jail.
Yeah.
Because obviously, fucking hell, criminal. People are going to comment bad shit on this anyway, but I'm not bothered. I won't even read the comments.
I'll comment back, just
yeah,
middle finger emoji.
I was sending dick pics, but like, I won't, because people are like, prisoner.
Screenshot. Yeah.
But nah, I'm not bothered what people think, because at the end of the day, I know who I am.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, in terms of success, very successful, man.
Nice, man. Well, it's been a pleasure and an honor to have you on the podcast and be able to tell your story as well, because I knew that was what I wanted you on for. I wanted people to know the real you, and I think we've done that pretty well today, mate. I would say. Business
owner, meat and marrow, catering towards kids' better futures.
Yes, I was going to say. So, where can people follow your journey? Where can people find you, and what have you got going on that people might want to know about?
So, obviously, I'm still active, current male model. I post on my Instagram, Axel Tucker 1. Axel _ Tucker 1.
Underscore, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen as well. That's fine, yeah.
Pop that up, Carla. I'm going to be making YouTube, but that's irrelevant. Meat and Marrow is a business venture I've joined with Nicola Patterson. She's a fantastic personal trainer and nutritionist, and we don't believe in bullshit. You might have seen this podcast. I've put everything on the line. Meat and Marrow is a non-bullshit concept. There'd be no processed food, no nothing. Everything is grass-fed, organic. No steroids, no... You can't find an extra ingredient in any of our food. If it's got this, it's got this. If it's got potato, it's potato, mate. Like, just That's how food should be.
Yeah.
So we are aiming. I'm talking to camera because I do.
No, it's fine. Yeah, do.
I do like it's a fucking.
We'll crop it out as well. You can have it as an advert segment. Yeah. It's fine.
But yeah, so we're doing it more to. Nickel is an advocate for ADHD discipline.
Yes.
It's increasingly growing with kids. Obviously, me having fits as a kid, if I wasn't on a dog shit. Listen, because my dad shopped the way he did, we just lived on like rice, big sacks of rice. So from a young age, I knew how to cook my rice.
Yeah.
Loads of eggs, piles of steaks and turkey steaks. So just because it was easy for him, the lazy motherfucker. But at the same time, I lived on raw food.
Yeah. You lived on and it's paid off long term as well.
So I'm doing things differently, we've got our business, we're going to make it fun for everyone, we're going to give a lot back, we're going to actively pay people to come down to our facility and train, we're going to hire like Les Mills and stuff like that.
Nice.
But yeah, we're basically just to battle, in the area I grew up in, Firth Moor, that's where our facility is.
Mm-hmm.
The life expectancy is 20 years less there than anywhere in the town.
Wow.
And that's a wild number.
Yeah.
So Nicola want to target the kids, and because it's there, people all know me. So we're going to get a large footfall, but we've chose them ingredients, even though it's going to be less profit. We're not bothered about the profit. We're bothered about the fucking movement.
The impact that it has,
Yeah, like, fuck money. We are going to make a little bit of money. We are aware of the outside noise and a bit of publicity that we might get for what we're doing, but take the profit aside. Imagine if someone says, "Fucking hell, you're looking great. What happened?" Axel Tucker did that. So for me, it's like, my dad was Vic Tucker. I want to be Axel Tucker, do you know what I mean? For the right reasons.
Yeah.
So meat and matter is a bit, I'm a bit passionate about it, but for that reason. It could be the change that, I've needed 2 hours. It could be that could be the thing that changes, I know it sounds fucking wild, it could be the thing that changes England. People eating clean, and I feel like if the Jamie Oliver movement kind of happens again with the ingredients like that whey portrain, England are going to thrive. ADHD or dementia, I think it's one of them you can't prove, but you can prove that certain foods do this benefit. Nicola knows more, that's why she's in play. But
well, my plan is eventually to get a third microphone and have 3 guests on in the show. So I'm going to bring you 2 on and make sure I've got extra batteries in the camera. But
it'd be fucking wild, man.
It will be. But mate, honestly, it's been a pleasure to have you on, and I'll tag everything in the description, and I'll be sending this to Nicola as well to have a listen. But listen, guys, follow Axel and everything he does, especially all the stuff that he's now doing with Nicola, because I think it is going to change the UK. But and always leave this podcast a 5-star review. No 4 stars, right, Axel? We only want 5. Is that right?
This is what I mean. So 5 stars. You have to do a My Name Is Earl and go back. Apologise.
Yeah, you'll be ringing up me going, I give you 4 stars. I'm sorry because you deserve 5. That's what it is. I was being a
dick because I was jealous here.
Well, listen, guys, it's been a great episode, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, take care.